paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Near the roof, vampire pot, then the goblins are hobbling round, coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna steal your daughter at the mall. We're gonna steal your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I'm sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went and baby, it's the best. The ladies here are fine as spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoking rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting Jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart, it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber, perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's not loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. It's NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. Oh Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty summer country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their cartridge hits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arca Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody Ake Camelot 331 wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back it on Indiegogo, just like I have.
Hey, you. You're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see titties. Hey, anybody know this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
What's up, you big old bitches? We're back on this beautiful ass Monday. It's been a stressful weekend, probably the most stressful weekend I've had since starting racing. And we are surviving somehow. Hope you guys are doing well. We were at Phoenix. We raced out at Phoenix. I'll talk about that a little bit here in a bit. But make sure you like the stream because we're 4 away from the goal. I'm tired of y'all slacking. I got Cecil with me today. Come on now. Don't make me look bad in front of the Cecil. How you guys doing in the chat? Amber, Kajit, Carrie, Steph LL. Look at that face. Renee Galarza, the chat. Amsler, Richard, Carlos Morales, Sean Smith, my boy. Jenna, how you doing, baby? Sad Lad Chad's here. All my boys are here today. Western Civilization, Billy Hatcher, Jay Sledge, with a Zeke Hoopa Slosher, Joe 24 ever. How you doing, buddy? New Arca car tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna buy the hell out of that. Apparently it's way more stable, like it is in real life. Mandy, what's up, baby? How you doing? Tell Craig I said hi. Cast iron stain stiller, 14 karat gold. Which beast you want? 14 karat. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm a little sniffly. I was really messed up yesterday, but I'm on my meds, so it should be all right. But I might sniffle a little bit. What's up, Odinata Creations? How you doing? Nick Bracci, how you doing, baby? Ben Ryder. All my people are here, and we have so much to talk about. We have to talk about the doxing. We have to talk about Asmongold. We have to talk about a lot of stuff because a lot of stuff happened while I was gone, plus a lot of stuff happened today. So we're going to have fun, and we're up against the 430th naked snake in a row. If I'm not confused, 430 naked snakes, and we're already a third of the way there with Billy Hatcher getting us started off. It's my first stream since my birthday where we set the records. I appreciate you guys so much. Asmongold always be getting in trouble. Glad you survived the race. Twitter got doxed at Ukraine earlier today. Yeah, dude. Something like that. Lots of reports saying different stuff. Imagine Elon banning Ukraine over some DDoS. Yeah, dude, that's for damn sure. Thank you so much, Billy Hatcher, for your big old fat red boy. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. You're getting us started. We're one pink and an orange away from a red boy night. I mean, a rainbow night. So I appreciate all the love, buddy. Thank you for always supporting your boy. Blue collar loser. Miss you, dude. I'll catch the replay. Work at 5 a.m. Love the intros. You're always talking about the Roach King. Hating time of streamers. Thank you, Blue Collar. I'll see you, I'm sure, at some point very soon. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude. And Karos, join the Sniffles Clubs. We all blowing out of tissues. Welcome back, Karis. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for the amenities up Phoenix. It was a lot of fun. So we raced at Phoenix. Thank you, Karis, again. We raced at Phoenix Friday, and we went out there, and I had never been on the track before other than like 5 laps last year in qualifying. And was very stressed out about it. And I started out back. So I started 17th, but I decided to roll through pits and just start out back. And we went into turn, I think it was turn 1. And everybody was just on the brakes. And I went to the outside and I passed like 10 people on the outside. It was crazy. I felt like a superhero. But a few laps into the run, there was obviously something wrong. The car was undrivable. The right rear was just sliding. At lap 75, we took off the right rear and realized that it was actually defective and it was losing pressure during the run, which is not what's supposed to happen. We went 2 laps down. We put on new tires and we were fast as hell. It was a lot of fun. And but the race is just too short to be able to do anything. We went from, I think, 25th to 16th in the last run. I mean, we did a lot of good. So just sometimes you get a defective tire and it messes your whole damn race up. So just like Kansas last year. Kansas is a lot like Charlotte. Charlotte, we were running 8th last year. Kansas, I had a bad tire until we went to pits on the front right. And then we were fast as hell. So at any rate, boys, we got a lot to talk about today. I can't wait to do some more racing. I've had some drama around racing the last weekend that I was 100% going to talk about in detail. But it seems like it's clearing up a little bit. So now I can't really talk about it. So at any rate, I'm glad you guys are here. I've been missing you. I've been missing the boys in the chat. I hate taking days off. I took Saturday off, obviously, because I was flying all day. And when I take a show off, I get those jitters. You know what I'm saying? I get those, oh no, I'm skipping a show. Everybody hates me. I'm ruining everything. Everybody that relies on me, I'm letting them down. And I always feel like that when I miss a show. So thanks for joining on this beautiful Monday. Where we're going to talk about Asmongold. We're going to talk about the doxing. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. And we're just going to try to have some fun. We're just going to try to have some fun today. And try to be a little laid back. Okay, guys? Okay, not that serious. Let's have some fun. Let's have a little bit of fun today. Okay, very important. All right, boys. Let's get started. I love you, Kajit. Love you, Karis. Love you, Billy Hatcher, for your red boy. Appreciate all you guys for all your love. We are now 375 until Naked Snake already. Slosher, what's up, bitch? How you doing, buddy? All right. So, and then also, Welcome, Flux. Flux was on the race car this weekend. First race for them. They're awesome people. Many more to come. So get the hell on it, diggity doggone it. All right. Did I get that tan in Phoenix? No, I didn't go out in the sun. There was no sun in Phoenix. It rained literally every day. It rained profusely every day, and it was like 40 degrees. It was awful. It's not fun at all. Didn't like it. All right. Where you get that cheese, Danny? Where you get that cheese? All right. Let's start. We're going to go ahead and start, boys. If you guys did not know, our boy, oh, man. Hold on. I'll show you guys real quick. What's up, Chicky Mama? How you doing, baby? Welcome back, Chicky Mama. Hope you're doing well. If I can find it, what the hell? It's always so hard to find stuff but you already had it pulled up earlier, you know? Hold on. There it is. All right. So, which is kind of funny. This is actually kind of funny, but we're going to get into it. What's up, DF Reed Eater? How you doing, baby? Martinsville ready, Sean? All right. You need to message me about that, Sean. You hear me, Sean? You need to message me about Martinsville ASAP. All right. So, where your abs at? Shit, I ain't got no abs, dude. I've been eating freaking hot dogs and shit. I've been traveling a lot. I eat a lot of hot dogs when I'm traveling. I ate like a half a burger. I could not eat this weekend. I got to be really transparent with y'all. All this energy that I'm providing for this show right now, 100% fake. I slept, I think, 2 hours Thursday night after flying all day. Got up and raced and slept probably another 2 or 3 hours that night. And then I flew home. Vicious stress, vicious depression. And yeah, it was rough. But I'm here and we're going. Love you. All right, so let's go. So if you guys did not know, Twitter was hacked apparently by a IP address in Ukraine. Shocking, right? Very shocking that the country that Elon and or Trump and or this administration is looking to not fund anymore without restriction is suddenly attacking a platform that is a free speech platform. An actual true free speech platform, by the way. A true free speech platform. Very interesting, actually. Very, very interesting. Something to point out. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I've definitely noticed this. Every single one of those accounts, you guys remember the DNC accounts? Like Brooklyn Dad, JoJo, all those like over the top, like Democrat accounts that just spam the most unpopular ideas that are like left. And I think it's a 4D chess thing by like conservatives because they say the dumbest shit possible. But I don't know if you've noticed, but all those accounts are completely botted. They'll have like 9 replies and 500,000 likes. Like it's completely fake. All of them are fake as fuck. It's very strange to me. It's very strange. Exactly. Yeah, 100%. You already know, Slosher. You already know, Slosher. You know, it's actually kind of insane, Slosher, to me. It's completely insane that we had a government organization funding media and stuff like that, including NGOs that protest certain shit on U.S. soil. That's crazy. How is that a thing? It's an actual thing. It's not a conspiracy. It's a real thing. Crazy. And I don't know how people see that shit with a straight face that have to play tribal politics. I don't see how those people look at this and say, "Oh, we're on the good side." How do you see that? The government in place was giving millions of dollars to these NGOs to fund protesting, violent protesting across the U.S. to try to sway people's opinions on shit. And you look at that and you're like, "Oh, we're the good guys." How? How do you look at that? Like unbiasedly and say, "Oh, that's the good guys doing that." Are you shitting me? Well, I guess if they're doing it, it must be good. That's usually the answer, right? Sad lad Chad. I was going to stream Saturday since nobody else would, but they shut off my internet. Damn. Ended up selling some Warhammer minis to turn it back on. Damn, son. Damn, he got them expensive minis to get that shit. He's working with a different kind of currency out there. Thank you, Sad lad Chad. I appreciate you. I love you, dude. But anyways, so it looks like the attack actually came from inside Ukraine, which is actually not very shocking, but let's play it anyway. Let me turn my audio on here. Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. Give it some love.
There was a cyber attack on X today, which shut it down and may have been foreign sourced. Yes. It's a big story. You want to give us a moment on that?
Well, we don't
we're not sure exactly what happened, but there was a massive cyber attack to try to bring down the X system with IP addresses originating in the Ukraine area.
Shocking, right? And it bears to question, why are none of these things happening to leftist organizations? It almost like makes you think you're like in some kind of simulation, because none of these things happen to leftist organizations at all. Yet, all these things where people are trying to be silenced, assaulted, assassinated, everything under the book only happens to like lean right organizations. Isn't that spooky? And if you find yourself on the left side of the aisle politically, not opinion-basedly, but politically, right? You can have leftist opinions and not be, identify politically with the left or right. That's kind of how I have a lot of leftist opinions that I agree with, but people say I'm a Nazi anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me to say I'm politically aligned anywhere, right? But if you find yourself aligned left politically, how do you rectify and reconcile all these things, all these attacks on government or conservative organizations, free speech platforms specifically meant for free speech, like actual free speech, not just speech you agree with, right? All these attacks, assassination attempts, all these things on one side, and you happen to find yourself on the other side. How do you look at these things and say, damn, I'm on the good team. I'm on the morally good team. How do you reconcile that? Right? Because those kind of things radicalize my ass. And I shouldn't say radicalize, I should say red pill, right? Like, what red pilled you in the chat, right? What red pilled you? I can tell you what red pilled me. I think it was 2012. Maybe 2012. I think it was 2012. When my healthcare premiums went from $31 a paycheck to $250 a paycheck because of the Affordable Health Care Act passing. That's what red pilled me. Overnight, I was red pilled. And I was like, Ron Paul! I literally went all out Ron Paul. That was my boy. You know what I'm saying? That's what red pilled my ass. 100%. Jenna says COVID. Well, that's an easy one, yeah. And that's the thing, too. Somebody brought up a good point in chat, and it scrolled up too far. But here's the weird thing. If you look at actual polls, it's like 75% of people agree with what's happening right now. That's the highest I've ever seen as an adult or even a teenager, if I even followed it back then. That's the highest approval numbers for certain organizations that I've ever seen in my entire life. Who are these other people? Who are the people that are actually against canceling government contracts that are obviously wasteful and money laundering? Obviously. Even people on the left agree it is. Hell, apparently 30% of people that identify on the left also agree with it. That's insane. It's a lot of fucking people. Like, how do you end up on that side of the aisle and you reconcile that shit? Right? Because if it was me, if somehow I didn't get red pilled by the Affordable Health Care Act, I would still be like, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Damn, that's pretty fucked up. I'd say it all day. I said it the other day when, what's her face? When Pam Bondi did not release the Epstein files and she trolled all of us. I was like, I was on Twitter all day being like, fuck these people. These people are bullshit liars and they have ruined the conservative movement in one day. Fuck these people. And they were still conservatives on Twitter. You know the ones. Like, oh, they're doing such a great job. Wow. Promises kept. Promises kept. There was actual conservative commentators on Twitter saying promises kept when the Phase 1 Epstein files came out and was literally nothing. It was just re-released shit from 10 years ago. But now it was redacted. Right? It is not a bad thing to call out people on the left and the right. But if you're going to reconcile certain things that are obviously unpopular, you got to explain your thought process. And a lot of people can't do that. Right? A lot of people can't do that. All right. Anyways. So, yeah. So, Twitter got doxxed as hell by an address out of Ukraine, which is not shocking at all. Not even a little shocking. Right? And now people are, if we completely ignore the doxing, right? if we completely ignore the doxing, right, then we move on to there are people out there. I agree, multi. There are people out there and organizations funded by these NGOs. They're actually attacking random ass people's like Cybertrucks and Tesla cars, like burning them and catching them on fire and busting the windows and chasing them down the road. Now, I'll let you decide if that's like an actual person doing that or if it's a person that works for an organization. Right? So, very interesting. Very, very interesting shit here. But let's get into this. This is actually for some pretty spicy shit. Look, I don't like Tesla. I love Nikola Tesla. Don't get me wrong. I think Tesla cars are balls and electric cars are balls and they can eat my ass. I'm a V8, 600 horsepower minimum, put it to the floor, rear wheel drive some bitch. And I've always been that way. So no, I'll never own a Tesla unless he gave me one and then I'd sell it. But still, attacking people's cars because the founder of a company doesn't agree with you politically, that's insane behavior. That's very insane behavior. Nyinus says for keeping it real. Thank you, baby. I love you. I love you, baby. Keeping it real. I'm trying, baby. I'm trying to keep it real, baby. It's hard. It's hard. We are 360 from naked. Snake. All right. Here we go. The Blue Terror is what it's called. And to be completely honest, it's not very shocking. It's not very shocking that this kind of thing is happening right now, right? And I know there's going to be people that disagree because you align yourself politically. I don't. I align myself based on actual individualistic policy and thought and opinion that I follow myself, right? A lot of people just align politically. For some odd reason, and I don't know about you, you can correct me if you want, but for some odd reason, if you like riot and destroy shit under the guise of like a leftist moral issue, you totally are allowed to do it, kind of, which is very strange. It's like weirdly socially acceptable. Now, maybe some people are arrested, sure, but they took an entire part of Seattle for like a month or two, right? It's fucking crazy. Burnt down an entire, what was that, a courthouse? They burnt down in a courthouse, right? But by God, if you're taking a picture of somebody 30 feet from the Capitol, your ass is getting 6 months in prison. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. You know, for some odd reason, it's like socially acceptable to do that when it's on the left. And that shit's happening right now. And I guarantee you it's funded by organizations, millions of dollars. There's even people on the street right now that admit to being paid. It's fucking terrifying.
Democrat NGOs have coordinated attacks on Tesla dealership staff and vehicles. Last night, a number of Cybertrucks were torched in Seattle. Democrats are becoming increasingly more desperate and violent. It's hard to say whether this is because of an NGO, right? I mean, like, I have no idea. But we'll look at this and see what it says. Okay, here we go.
Tesla Cybertruck is on fire. All right, there's a fleet of Cybertrucks right now.
There's only one that's on fire? Or there?
Unbelievable. Seattle fire on the scene.
Yeah.
So you gotta get out the breaking news. I'm sorry? All right, you've got dozens of firefighters now putting out flames.
Keep in mind, this is something that's been going on for a while. They're like, there's people attacking Cybertrucks. I don't really understand the point other than the like, I don't like Elon Musk. It's like, well, what does that have to do with the Cybertruck? He already got the money. Jenny, what's up, baby? Remember 4 months? How you doing, baby? Hope you're doing well, Jenny and baby back rib. EVs are good for the environment. How does this help by destroying them? That's actually highly debatable. Lithium mining is nightmarishly bad for the environment. Disposing of these batteries is definitely insanely bad for the environment. I think the cleanest burning fuel we would have as far as vehicles go are hydrogen. And also, don't forget, like new end diesel engines are very clean as well. But no one gives a fuck about that, right? No one really cares about that. I like to burn fuel, baby. You know I am. What's up? Yeah. But how does this help people? It doesn't. It's all about posturing, right? It's about posturing. It's about what is theater, right? It's completely theater. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Cybertruck, absolutely insane. Let's still see flames right underneath the
Jesus.
Cybertruck.
Don't they have like cameras that can check to see who does it? Because I heard these cars have cameras and shit.
Parked here.
They do? Yeah.
The Soto neighborhood here in Seattle Sunday evening.
Yeah, I'd be
Seattle
curious to
fire
see these
on
the people that are doing
trying to put
it.
out the flames on a Cybertruck. It's not clear how this all started, but again, with everything.
What do you mean by it's anti-Nazi, Sean? Are you saying like that the Elon Musk is a Nazi? Is that what you're saying? Because I feel like, and this is just me shooting from the hip here, I agree with there's other ways to protest for sure, obviously. Maybe protest outside of like the Tesla headquarters, right? That would be a good one. But that being said, I feel like maybe it's just me, but I feel like we completely forgot what Nazis did and what they stood for. You know what I'm saying? I kind of think we might have forgotten. And I think a lot of people should go and rewatch Schindler's List. When you think Elon Musk having opinions that you may disagree with, equivalent to shooting people in the face for putting a hinge together too slowly and killing entire generations of families at gunpoint. I feel like that's a little different. It's just a little different, but I could be wrong. Anyways.
That's happening in America right now with anti-Elon Musk hate, all the protests and incidents of vandalism.
I mean, it's not even Elon Musk, right? At this point, I mean, somebody buys a Cybertruck. I mean, Elon's already got the money, right? I mean, you're not protesting Elon by burning a Cybertruck. You're just ruining a person's life. I mean, the fact is that if you buy one of these, I'm pretty sure this is like a 6-figure car, right? It's an expensive car. And so like, if you buy one of these and, you know, you put that much money into it, like that's a lot of money that somebody invests. And so like, if you're burning down somebody's car, like think about, it's pretty simple, right, guys? Think about what it would be like for you if somebody destroyed your car. Like how many of you guys would that totally ruin your life? Because I think for a lot of people it would. Yeah, life over, right? I mean, this is a horrible thing, right? It's a life-ruining thing. And so like then, because like you also have like, yeah, you're right, the cascade effects. You have now it's harder for you to do things socially with your friends. And that's the least of your concern. Now it's harder for you to go to your job. It could be hard for you to go to school if you're younger. It could be hard for you to take your kids to school, right? And so you have all these other secondary problems, right, that happen as a result of you not having a car, right? It's not like, oh, I can't have a car, so now I have to order DoorDash. No, that's not really the issue. The issue is that this causes like a domino effect in a person's life, and it can effectively ruin a person's life by burning down their car.
Now, I will say, if you can afford a Tesla Cybertruck, you probably can afford to have another vehicle to take your kids to, you know, school. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know, yeah. I agree, Amber Call, but Tesla Cybertrucks are the ugliest thing on the face of the earth. 100% just terrible. Oh, God, it made me want to die. Now, if you cut off the back and shape it like a normal truck, then it looks kind of like a warthog, and I'm all about that. But still, I don't want it to be EV. I want to have a freaking 10 liter in it. Give me a V10, baby. Or like a turbo diesel 6. An inline 6 turbo diesel. That's what I want.
And I think that this is one of the big issues that a lot of these people have is that they view these things as just objects, right? But these objects have functions, and the functions that these objects have, things like, for example, like getting somebody to and from work, these are functions that are paramount and necessary to human life, right? To being able to exist in a society, right? And so you have people burning down these cars. This is ruining somebody's life. So it's not like, oh, well, it's just a car. Who cares? Well, the car is a representation of a person's work, and so is any property, right? So, like for example, if like you work for 3 months, and like that's the equivalent of the amount of money that you would spend on a car. Somebody burns down your car, destroys your car. They effectively took 3 months of your life and deleted it. And so I really think that this line of thinking and this violence, I mean, effectively, I mean, I don't know if every single one of these is because of Elon Musk, right? I mean, there are people that just burn down cars, but at the same time, you look at a lot of these people. It's only okay if you let it. Yeah. And so anyway, they excuse themselves thinking that they're eating the rich. Yeah, well, these people aren't rich. Like, that's really the way I see it. And that's what I think happens a lot. Yeah, people think they're doing a revolution or something like that. It's very, very common. And
the phrase, in my opinion, this is my opinion, the phrase eating the rich is born out of intense envy, posturing under morality. In my opinion, that's just my opinion.
6-figure car or 10-beater cars for the same price. They'll survive if they can afford it. Yes, it's shitty, but they're more insecure and they should have had insurance. Well, insurance doesn't pay for all of that. And then also, so like you don't even really like that. I think that's like an unemployed take, right? That's an unemployed take, because whenever you really look at the damage that something like this can do, is that like now you have to file an insurance claim. Now you have to file maybe a police report. Now you have to deal with the police. Now you have to deal with the things in your car that were destroyed. Now you have to figure out getting a new car, right? And so you have all of these compounding issues and all of these problems that build up just as a result of one action. So it's kind of like, whenever you have like a train crash, the first, it's not like one car goes off the train track. They all do, because the first one does. And so it creates, again, like a domino effect that's really damaging for a person's life. And I think that's what's happening here, right? And so
John Harris, hold on, we got to stop this shit for 2 seconds. What the hell did you just say, John Harris? Where you at? What? What? Look, dude, I'm all about V8s. Okay, you're preaching to the choir here. Okay, all my race cars have 700 horsepower V8s in them, naturally aspirated. Okay, and I would only ever put a V8 in a classic car or something. But don't be shitting on my 6.7 Cummins inline turbo freaking diesel. That some bitch is a monster. A monster. Okay? My truck weighs about 5 billion pounds and can outrun Mustangs and shit. Don't be shitting on my inlines. You know how big the cylinders are in my freaking turbo diesel? They're like that big. Come on, baby. And I don't drag race because I ain't gay, John Harris. Come on now. I got to be honest. Drag race is kind of gay. Just a little gay. I got to be honest. A little gay. Look, dude, I like, actual racing. I don't care about the build. Okay? I'm sorry, Sean. I love you. Daniel says, I'm starting to see the left act more like Nazis. Anyone else believe what we believe or die is how the left act. Well, that's the issue, man. It's the issue. The weirdest thing about Antifa, you guys remember Antifa, right? Which is obviously completely funded by NGOs. Completely funded by like leftist organizations. Completely, obviously, right? Because they wear masks. Look, if you see protesters wearing masks, it's because they're paid to be there. 100% easiest shit you could tell. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Look at the crowd. They got masks on. They're paid to be there. 100%. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. Right? And Antifa called themselves anti-fascist. But their entire movement was silence or die, which is literally, it's like 101. Accuse your enemy of what you're doing. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And I've thought about this like for years. When Antifa first popped up, I'm like, wait a second. They're attacking people for believing something like different from what they're believing and trying to silence them. What does Antifa stand for? Then somebody told me, anti-fascist. I'm like, oh, so they're all very retarded. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you. I love you. All right. We are 360 from Naked Snake. So neo-Nazi protesters wearing masks to hide their identity means they're paid protesters. 1,000%. 1,000%, Sean. There is no way in absolute shitballs you can look at me in the straight face, Sean, with a straight face of your own. There's no way you can look at me with a straight face and look at all these freaking white dudes with masks on and khakis and tight shirts and military garb, all weighing 193 and being all in shape and being off work at 3 p.m. on a fucking Monday. That is insane. Oh, damn, look at all these neo-Nazis that are all in great shape and totally really nice kempt cut, all have matching khakis and polo shirts, and oh, by the way, they're all off work today during work hours. You're crazy. You're crazy. The Antifa guys are all out of shape and goofy looking. A lot of them that are probably legit. Come on, baby, Sean. Come on. Come on, Sean. Come on, baby. Come on, Sean.
Yeah, that's really it. Some people can be easily radicalized by this happening to them. I think they will be, and I think that they should be. I think anybody who's even moderately okay with this is already radicalized, and I think that people should be radicalized against this. I think that there's only one, in my opinion, there's only one way to deal with this, and that is for police to pursue the highest form of punishment for people like this as possible. Because I think that if you really take a step back and you think about the primary impulse that this has, the primary impulse of this is to effectively intimidate, censor, scare, and hurt people because of a different political affiliation. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think that's basically terrorism. I do. I think that's pretty much terrorism. And so when I see a person doing this, I think of, wow, this is a terrorist, right? This person is a terrorist. 100%. And how can you possibly accept that, right? That's the definition, more or less. Well, yeah, it is. It literally is. And so, like, if I see somebody doing this and I'm like, there should be like, because like it's one thing for you to commit violence, right? And like, oh, you're burning down cars because you're a piece of shit. Okay, sure, you go to jail. But it becomes an entirely different thing when you're doing it for a political means as well, because that makes it all the more dangerous.
Because you think you're doing something good, right? You think you're eating the rich, except you're unemployed, You're in your mid-30s, you're sucking down natty lights, and you're sitting in your mom's basement, and you're looking for a revolution because you don't feel fulfilled because your life didn't turn out the way you thought it was going to turn out. So you decide to do insane shit to feel fulfillment. And you get radicalized politically because you have no interest. It's a very easy mathematical equation that we all already know exists, right? And a lot of these people spend a lot of time on Reddit, and guess what? Radicalized left. They're on X, they'd be radicalized to the right, right? Just depends on what app you stayed on enough.
Teslas? Yeah, exactly, right? The insurance rate is the rate, the real story here. Yeah, buddy's going to get fucked because his insurance provider is about to grape him and laugh about it. Well, I don't know about that, right? They probably won't pay for the entirety of the car. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know.
It appears to be arson.
Yeah, it probably is.
This guy just said it appears to be arson, everybody.
Does this look like arson, sir?
Yeah.
We got our investigator on the way.
Is this the only vehicle that caught fire this evening?
Still trying to keep the bomb.
Probably not.
We've got a few, about four
Agreed. Heartbreak.
vehicles involved in this claim.
Got it. All right. Thank you so much. All right. There you have it. Seattle Fire saying there are actually several vehicles involved in this. Right now, I just arrived at the scene. It is a Cybertruck that is totally torched.
Can you guys do me a favor real quick and like the show, please? We're 30 likes away from 200. Get on it, doggone it. And 360 from Naked Snake and Super Chats. A pink and an orange boy from a Rainbow Night, I believe. Thank you, guys. I love you.
Jesus.
SFD putting out some of the hot spots right now, but apparently there's some other
It's disturbing.
vehicles
Yeah, it's
that
a lot,
have been,
right?
Torched as well in this Tesla parking lot. I'm going to try to get closer right now, but I'm being advised to kind of stay back. This is private property. It looks like this fence again says new inventory only.
Is at a Tesla
So
dealership?
these appear to be brand new Tesla vehicles. I see a Model X. I see a Model 3.
Yeah.
I also see the Cybertrucks here. Okay, now that the smoke is starting to settle.
Do you think politicians and media persons who incite things like this should be charged? I don't think that I think there are no politicians or media people that are inciting anybody. I mean, maybe there's some people in media on the internet.
I agree with you, Wolfie. I agree with you, Wolfie. It is a sad reality. All we need, Wolfie, is we need a more reasonable position, right? I think probably 15 years ago, we kind of had a reasonable left and right. You know what I'm saying? We had a reasonable left and right. And I think, with the introduction of Trump, it kind of radicalized everybody insanely. Like insanely radicalized everybody. And also establishment, either establishment donors, investors, or politicians got terrified of the fact that this unhinged dude was coming in power. They could burn down their whole scheme, which obviously we see right now with the DOGE audits. You see there's obviously a lot of money laundering going on, and we're starting to understand, and I think we already knew, but we're starting to get a little bit of evidence to actually paint a picture on why so many politicians are worth hundreds of millions of dollars on a salary of $189,000 a year. It's obvious that politicians are not there to do good. They're there to suck up some money, scrape it off the top. Maybe their sister, their mother, their brother is a treasurer for whatever organization this NGO is pieced together with, and they're scraping money. You can see it right now with that one, Maxine Waters. Her daughter got $100,000 through one of the NGOs for her graduation. I mean, it's obvious what's going on, right? And a lot of these politicians, investors, and all these other people are terrified, including lobbyists, are absolutely terrified of Trump, somebody like Trump being in power. Because you can obviously see it right now. He's like, fuck it, executive order. I don't give a fuck. Right? And maybe what he's doing is wrong or right. That depends on you to decide based on your own personal individualistic opinions. But what he's doing is definitely not, I guess, what's the word? In the best interest of politicians that are worth $100 million. Right? And shame on them. Shame on them for not cheering for the kid that survived cancer. Shame on them for not cheering the kid that survived cancer. That got to be an honorary Secret Service member. Shame on them. Oh, but Cody, Trump is using him as a political tool. Yeah, I get it. Obviously. I'm not fucking 12 years old. Okay. Yeah, I get the strategy. But you have two options. One, stand up and cheer and lose a tiny little point to the radicals. Oh, wow, they cheered. Or two, lose a lot of points by not standing up and cheering. A lot of points. You got two options. Those are your options, right? Mange says Trump is a 90s dim. That's what we were here. That was when we were together. Yeah, dude. I kind of agree with that. Yeah. He's like an unhinged 90s dim, right? Thank you, Mange. I love you, dude. How you doing, buddy? What's up? Daily Neurotoxin says both sides do that. No. I saw that on Twitter circulating that exact. Oh, but they both did, bruh. They both do. Oh, so you're saying the Dems they're not held to a higher standard? Who's held to the higher standard here? Right? Well, my side didn't do it, but yours doesn't either. Well, don't you want your side to be better, or do you not? Also, by the way, I pulled up tons of examples when I read this because I had a lot of time on my hands. Pulled up a ton of examples of conservatives standing up and cheering for things like that. It happens, sure. Yes, Taylor Marjorie Green, whatever her name is, was saying some bullshit one time. I get it. But they still stood up and clapped for things like that. Yeah, maybe some of them sat down, sure. But not 100% of them, and shaking their heads in disgust as this little kid was getting picked up by his father. But it's a political theater. I get it. But it's either A, you cheer for this kid, and it's a big moment for this kid, by the way. This is like the biggest moment of this kid's life, right? You cheer, you lose maybe 1 point to the crazy radicals. Or you sit down and you lose a lot of points to moderates. A lot. If we're talking about political strategy here, sitting was the worst thing they could do, regardless of what you think was happening at the time, right? Obama did it as well. Sure he did, Sean. Sure he did. And guess what? Tons of conservatives stood up and clapped. That's the difference, okay? We need to stop acting like 12-year-olds out there and just start. If your political strategy is that bad, you need to get the hell on it, doggone it.
That are inciting people to do this. But like in a theoretical, right? If like somebody was advocating for like burning down or like destroying Teslas, then yeah, I think that they should get in trouble for that for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
The back of this Cybertruck's totally charred. The wheels have started to melt. All right, looks like they're taking out a panel here.
Are you okay if people protest and do so in peaceful ways, like standing outside of Tesla dealerships? Well, it depends on what you mean by standing outside of Tesla dealerships. Like if you're standing outside of a Tesla dealership and then preventing people from going inside of the dealership, and then people that are inside of that protest are breaking the windows, like what we've seen in the past, and I think this is what happened with BLM too, is that is bad. But if you're just like the fundamental, like, I mean, obviously a group is not collectively responsible for like one person doing something bad, but like ideologically, I don't think there's a problem protesting outside of a Tesla.
Agreed, Deadly Neurotoxin. Also, by the way, yeah, I don't think anybody, now you'll be made fun of, sure, but I don't think anybody thinks that standing outside of, like, let's say Tesla headquarters or SpaceX or Trump Tower and just organizing a protest and standing there and chanting, I don't think anybody sees anything wrong with that legally at all. I don't think anybody does. Now, of course, some people are going to make fun of it or whatever. I get it. You're not going to avoid that, but there's nothing legally wrong with it. You know, you're on public property, do what you need to do. Burning shit and breaking windows, that's where you're goofing. You're goofing now, right? You're goofing. What's up, Russell Brander? Let me hear your Walmart professional voice for my Walmart professional voice. Oh, God, I don't know. I'd put that shit behind me. How'd I used to answer the phone at GameStop? Now, look, I didn't answer the phone at Walmart. I was a district manager, but I answered phones of angry people that were like working within the stores. But at GameStop, I'd answer the phone really professional, right? I'd be like, thank you for calling GameStop, where you buy, sell, and trade used games. You get 10% off with a power-up card. We're running a special for buy two, get one free on used games. How can I help you? That's what I used to say. But they wanted us changing it and reading more and more. They wanted us answering the phone with like a paragraph, like a 20-second paragraph. I'm like, dude, that doesn't work. The people making decisions obviously have never been in a retail position. So they're just dumb. Yeah, I want you to read this giant paragraph. Yeah, good luck. They're going to hang up on me.
Tesla dealership or anything like that. But if you're obstructing people's movement, like you're not letting people go inside the building or you're being violent at all, then it's bad. So, but like just at a base value, a peaceful protest, yeah, of course, that's fine.
You got my ass.
If the dealership doesn't want them on their property, then the dealership has every right to say, get off our property, right? That's their property.
Sure.
But other than that, yeah, no, I think it's fine.
The anti-Elon Musk hate right now, other incidents of vandalism and arson at Tesla dealership, the Tesla charging stations. One can only suspect that this is arson.
Wolfie, you got to look at it. What's up, John Rod? How you doing? Where you at, Wolfie? I don't have a problem with that, but when they block traffic and highways, ooh, yeah, just go, man. Just go. I don't know about you, dude, but if I'm in a hurry and you're blocking the highway, my happy ass just might go. You better move. I don't play that garbage. I will never, ever, in any situation, stop for a crowd of people that are trying to make me stop. That is how you die. And I would rather maybe have to go to a trial than get shot because I stopped. No, thank you. Never happening. Never happening. That shit don't happen where I am. Because we all carry. Everybody carries where I am. Everybody. Hence why shit don't happen. But all I'm saying is, if I'm going down an interstate, there's a group of people trying to block and stop people. No, I ain't stopping. I'd rather have to defend myself in court than risk getting pulled out of my car and beaten or shot. No. My life is worth more than yours. I ain't stopping, baby. Sorry. Very easy for me to answer that question all day.
Some hot spots. Flames underneath the passenger side wheel right now that firefighters are about to put out here.
Yeah, I mean, this is really bad. I'll respond to a comment here because this is something that a lot of people think. Elon wants to hatchet and get the prancer on stage with a chainsaw taking over the livelihoods of workers, like, due process without following the laws. Then he has to expect to see more events like this. Revolutions don't come out of nowhere. This isn't a revolution. You're just burning down people's cars. Like, there's everybody reads Reddit and they think they're revolutionaries. They're over here cracking their natty lights. Yeah, dude, eat the rich. Ooh. I'm talking about you, Sean. What's up? Talking about you, Sean. What's up? Eat the rich, baby. Ooh. I don't have a capture card. That's you, Sean. Man, if only I had a capture card, I could start the revolution. Cheritard, Alabama, Alakablam. Hell yeah, son. Talking about you, Sean. Thank you, Cheritard. 3:57 till Naked Snake. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go. There's no revolution that's happening here. And this is the issue, is that like a lot of these people have like this massive like revolution spiritual energy, and it doesn't exist. Like you're not doing a revolution. You're burning down a person's car. You're damaging a person's life. You're destroying a building. This isn't a revolution. If you wanted a revolution, maybe you should have tried to win the election. That would have been a revolution. Like, why is it that when we have a democratic process that you get to ignore that process and you get to destroy things when you lose? That's not how it works. I think revolutions make a lot of sense in cases like France and in cases like the American Revolution.
Sure.
In cases where you don't have a democratic alternative. But if you have a democratic alternative, you need to use that. You don't just get to basically, it's like you're playing a board game with somebody and you're losing the board game and you just flip the board over. You can't.
Let's be fair. If you watch videos from protests of, I shouldn't even say protests, right? Riots. Let's watch videos of riots from 2020. People are running up, breaking windows and stealing shit, and they're laughing. Okay. Ain't no revolution, bro. They're just taking shit. They're just having a good time. Let's be completely fair. They having a good time. All right, come on. Ain't nothing about no damn revolution.
Do that. That's not it. And also, I think the fact that you're losing the election shows that this mindset is not that popular. I understand you might have this mindset, but this isn't a revolution. You're not doing anything, helping anybody. You're not benefiting anybody. You're not making anything better. You're not improving anything. You're not putting out a message. All you're doing is destroying cars. And also, like, you have to keep in mind that revolutions revolt against the government and not people's private property. It's about standing up for people, not silencing and telling people what to do. Well, you're right about that too. Yeah. If you want a real revolution, then go protest outside of a government building. Go take political action and get somebody elected in local politics you think will represent you. That's what you have to do. But you don't want to do that because that's hard. That's hard, and it's much easier to just burn down a Tesla and think that you're the same thing as the French Revolution, right? Or you're some kind of revolution.
Well, that's what they think, man. It's like what Sean said earlier, right? It's like, they think they're being anti-Nazi. Like they unironically think they're fighting like 1940s Nazis when they're doing this stuff. They're LARPing. It's like that fat dude with the faux mask on, right? Like they have the V for Vendetta mask on. They're like overweight and they got the two swords. That's what they think they're doing. I'm changing the world. Oh, go buy land and make my own commune? Hell no, bro. I ain't trying to get 19 babies. Because you know how it's going to be, right? When you're the leader of the commune, everybody's wanting you. Come, Father Camelot. Take me. No. Not doing all that shit. Billy Hatcher. Also, burning electric cars is very harmful to the environment. People forget they have all the nasty chemicals. I don't think they give a fuck about it. Look, I got to be completely honest with you. All those people that claimed they cared about the environment did not care about the environment. I'm sorry, burst everybody's bowl. None of them care about this shit. Come on, dude. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, buddy, for your $5 super chat. We're closing in on Naked Snake very slowly. Rake and Knight, what's up, buddy?
Revolutionary. You're not a revolutionary. This isn't a revolution. These are people that are destroying private property. There's no risk in this at all, really, other than getting arrested. It's a very weird. And I think that this is the problem that a lot of people like that have, is that they've basically, it's like, it's kind of like that meme where it's like, if you refer to this meme that I've created, I've depicted you as a soy jack and myself as the Giga Chad, therefore you lose. What these people have done is they've created a worldview where this behavior is acceptable, right? That's basically what they've done. It's summer of 2020 mindset. Yeah, exactly. And so
that's all because of social media. People behave like this because it's about social media. They're just trying to make it on social media, trying to get some followers on social media. It's very silly. It's all, this is the reason all of these things escalated, is the advent and the popularity rise of social media. Let's film myself blowing up some shit, and then people are going to follow me and think I'm a revolutionary, right? It's the exact same thing as when you see like a hot girl comment on like some real big chick picture, like a girl that's like 300 pounds, you know, and she's like in a bathing suit, and every comment is from like a really hot girl saying, wow, so beautiful. No. They're saying, thank God. That ain't me. And the reason they're saying, oh, wow, how beautiful, is to keep that person below them. Do not improve yourself and do not compete with me. That is the point of that comment. It's the exact same thing, right?
They've created a worldview where this is acceptable behavior to burn down Teslas. Like, there is no justifiable reason in a civil society that you should be able to burn down another person's private property. Full stop.
100%. My boy, main truck Happy David says, Cody's NASCAR Commune. Where do I sign up? I'll have a link for it soon. Thank you, baby. What's up? Thank you, Mange. Satellite Chat says, create a cult of fun and stay for NASCAR. I already done that. That's what I'm doing. What's up? What's up, man? Thank you, Satellite Chat. I appreciate you, dude.
That's it. There's no civilized society in the world where this is acceptable. People go to jail for that? They do, and they should.
Man, look at this wreckage. Twisted metal, charred remains.
Wolfie's
look at the back of that Cybertruck.
Facts in the
all
chat.
melted.
And also, this is another thing, is that if you, it does look like this car was damaged too. And if you build, and like, I think that there's a lot of like left-wing people, and this is especially true with like content creators that kind of like hand wave this and think it's not a big deal, it'll happen to them. If you think that there aren't people that are right-wing that would be willing to burn down a left-wing person's house or to attack them in public or something like that, you're crazy. And so like, if you create a culture and a apparatus that accepts behavior like this, it will be used against you.
That is called setting a precedent. That is what that phrase means. Setting a precedent. It's why a lot of people are like, well, dude, I'm totally for the restriction of language. Right? 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 They're like, oh, yeah, I'm totally for freedom of speech as long as it's not hateful speech, implying that they're for restrictions of hate speech or whatever they consider to be hate speech, right? And maybe it goes over totally fine. But guess what? The next party is coming into power in just 4 years. And they're going to use that precedent set to melt your entire movement. You set a trap for yourself. It's why I used to have an opinion, and I know you're going to roast me for this. I used to hold the opinion that I was for reasonable gun control laws. And I know you're going to roast me when I say that. But there was a time where I was in favor of reasonable gun control laws. Right? Like extensive background checks, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't hold that opinion anymore because I understand setting a precedent is dangerous. What happens when they're like, okay, these people are not allowed to have weapons, right? And then the precedent is set that, oh, now there's a new party in power, and they've determined that people that voted conservative and or Democrat, let's just say both, in the previous election are no longer eligible to buy guns because their movement is violent. Suddenly, you have an entire population of people that can't defend themselves anymore because you set the precedent. prior? How about no? Right? Does that make sense?
It absolutely will. Well, what? Yeah, of course. Like, but what I'm saying is that if you normalize political violence, that will happen to you. All you have to do is wait. Like, that's it. And it's the same thing as internet censorship. It's the same thing as everything else, right? It's like if you create a weapon to use against people, the only thing you have to do for that weapon to be used against you is to wait. And I think that this is true. We've seen this happen on the internet how many times, right?
Yep.
Violence begets violence. Yeah, exactly.
It's like people getting canceled for being conservative. There was a time, and I know this is crazy to believe or remember, there was a time where just being a conservative on like social media got you almost banned. You would almost get banned or restricted just by having very normal conservative like beliefs. And of course, those days are kind of over, luckily. But when people started really, really, really going hard against that, right? Suddenly people on the left were started getting canceled in the same way. The precedent was set and suddenly they were getting canceled. And now suddenly they're against cancel culture, right? And everything equaled out. That's the bad thing. If you're going to start banning people for very reasonable ideals, your ideals, which may or may not be reasonable on the other end, will definitely start being banned at one point.
Trump's alive? I don't know if he's alive or not. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he's not. You have to ban somebody. You're going to have to ban another person. Yeah, he's not alive. What are you talking about? What are you talking about that shit for, bitch? Making up a bunch of bullshit. Is it already normalized? The same shit happened after Floyd death? Yeah.
Here's the firefighters now looking around that third Cybertruck.
Yeah.
That sustained heavy fire damage as well. That's the second one, and here's the first one that we saw that just totally.
Oh my god, I didn't even see it. There was more than one.
Fireball. Right now, I'm counting 1, 2, 3 with damage that I can see right now, but apparently there's also a fourth one back there, but we can't get back there right now.
So it's definitely arson. I mean, there's 4, right? They don't 4 doesn't accidentally like combust, right? Russell Hall, the table is only torn if you don't finish the job. Oh, that's damn true. That's damn true. Thank you, man. Oh. Yeah, Wolfie, that's the thing, man. Like, there was a time where just saying something as simple as MAGA, like you were in danger of getting banned on certain social medias.
Being told by,
or at very least censored,
authorities to stay back just for our own safety.
Is that the 4?
So I'm going to try to get an angle there.
I see. I thought he was talking about other cars in the area, not in this specific area.
Sustained some damage as well.
Yeah, sure. It was probably going to be AoE damage. It's crazy how brave firefighters are to have to deal with a burning car that could explode at any time. It really is. It's really crazy to see that. Oh, there it is. Let's see if there's any more about this. Terror, what's this here? Openly admits to stalking. Wait, what the fuck? What's this?
Val, maybe we could start off with a little bit of, can you just actually tell us what Tesla Takedown is?
Yeah,
Tesla Takedown.
Tesla Takedown. Yeah, there's a website called TeslaTakedown.com.
Oh, this lady looks like she's totally going to be in favor of this. I'm just shooting from the hip, but it looks like she may be in favor of this. I'm just saying. Leon's Law, splash damage is the worst. Dude, I hate it. Oh my God. Freaking dropping an AoE. Oh no. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're 350 away from Naked Snake on Monday. Love you guys. Appreciate you boys. Let's continue the show.
Which is a website you can go to, get some background on the campaign. And it essentially is a map where anybody in the world can put an action up for targeting Tesla. And so I've been involved in that campaign, in particular, planning actions in the Seattle area targeting Tesla.
In Tesla Takedown, there's a
what does that mean,
spirit out there, which had already, as we saw with Luigi Mangione, there's a spirit which is very anti-corporate, very anti-billionaire, very anti-sort of elite. And Tesla Takedown is also tapping into some of that spirit as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would say it's just what I've noticed being involved in organizing.
I feel like if you're running a website, isn't this like a self-report? It's a self-snitching situation.
Yeah.
If you're running a website and the goal of the website is to organize people to commit political violence, because I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't know what's happening on the website, right? Are people committing political violence because of this or not? You'd have to see. I feel like that's illegal. It's obviously illegal. And I think that what's really crazy about this is that the people that are doing this have psyoped themselves so hard into believing that all of this is normal. And I think that really goes to...
Well, they think it's legal. You'll see a lot of people, and it's the craziest shit, right? The crazy... You'll see people... This happens all the time. This happens to me personally. What's up, Junebug? This happens to me personally. Donna, what's up, baby? I have had quite literally people wish death upon me. I mean, this is very normal for a content creator. But I've had people, like I remember I posted, when I wrecked at Daytona because I suck. There was people in the comments saying they wish I would have died in the wreck. And of course they had anime profile pictures or furry profile pictures. Right? And of course they got permabanned. Because that's against TO. You can't say that. They got permabanned. But they didn't realize they would be permabanned because they thought that was completely normal. Completely normal. You know what I'm saying? I wish you died. I wish you would die. And they're like, wait, well, I got banned? Where's my freedom of speech? I'm like, yeah, freedom of speech doesn't protect threats of freaking violence or wishing harm on somebody. God, how old are you? Intimidator says, hope you're doing well. A Garth Brooks songs that played on the radio at work today inspired this one. If lightning strikes, does that mean it's like bowling? No. Thank you, Intimidator. For the gold boy, we're a pink and an orange away from a rainbow night. 340 till Naked Snick. Thank you, Intimidator. I appreciate you, buddy, for your gold boy. Big shout out to Intimidator. Always slinging the golds on my face. I love you, dude. I appreciate you. I'm going to heart it. Heart it? All right, I got it. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Love you. Appreciate you. What's up, people on Rumble? That name's fucked up. All right, here we go.
To show like how radicalized people are, is that these people are just openly discussing being literal terrorists. Yeah, they actually like. I mean, that's pretty extreme. I think that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Wow, they think they're right. Yeah, they do. Then take the website down. Well, I'm sure that they will eventually, right? I mean, if it's been found that this is a link to like actual violent activity.
In the Seattle area for some time, especially after the election and the inauguration, people were like, what do? We don't want to just waste our energy protesting for the sake of protesting.
Well, what are you doing?
And especially in Seattle, and I would say on the West Coast, I'm sure it's true of many places, we're really far from the center of power in government. And I think as it became clear that Elon Musk was taking on this outsized role at the federal level, totally, I'd say criminal role nationally, we're like, oh, wait, like we can target Elon here because his company, the source of the majority of his wealth, has numerous locations in the Seattle area, and ultimately money talks. And we've planned, whether it was troublemakers or partners that we've been working with over the last few weeks, have planned multiple actions at Tesla.
Yeah, it depends on what the actions are. I mean, if the
what are these actions? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Actions are resulting in violence like this, then that's an issue. Like there's somebody.
Yeah, I get paid to be out here. You get paid to be out here? Yeah.
He could probably just be saying that.
You really are getting paid for this? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay. 100% I'm getting paid for this.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares about this guy.
Nope.
Yeah, that's not really a big deal. Let's see here. Is there any more of this? No, there's really not. That's about it. Yeah, these are the people getting arrested. What a surprise. And yeah, he's getting paid $5. It could be fake. Yeah, I don't know. It's like one guy standing there. And anyway, so yeah, if this keeps happening, you're going to see a lot more censorship. You're going to see a like retraction of like people's personal rights, etc. It's going to be really bad. And from the site, so nothing illegal in print anyway. Sell your Teslas, dump your stock, join the picket lines from the site, so nothing illegal in print anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think that if you want to organize a boycott against a company for any reason, then I think that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if these boycotts are turning into being violent at a regular basis, and if that violence is being discussed and organized on the website, then it's an issue. And I think that's kind of what's happening. But yeah, I think that what's happened is that a lot of these people have, again, they've like psyoped themselves into thinking that they're fighting against the next Third Reich, you know? And so because of that, they've justified in their minds any bad behavior that they do because it's in service of fighting some sort of unique existential evil. And so that's kind of what happens is that, and this is the same thing that happens with religion in a lot of ways, right? I mean, most people, like, if you look at any of their, like, look at ISIS, you look at the Crusades, you look at...
This is all this is religion. Political tribalism in modern day is just religion. It is just religion. Okay. It is absolutely just religion. If you find yourself quite literally feeling hate, like legitimate hate towards a politician, you're radicalized. Completely radicalized. Right? Like, I thought Kamala Harris was kind of dumb. I think everybody kind of thought that. Even people that on the left thought that. But I didn't hate her at all. I'm not passionate about it. Fuck, I don't hate this person. What the fuck? I didn't hate Joe Biden. I just thought he was old and senile as hell. I don't hate him. He's old. He shouldn't be doing anything. He should be freaking sleeping. Right? But there's people that feel visceral hate. Like visceral real hate over like Trump or like Elon Musk or JD Vance or whatever. Visceral hate. To where every time they even mention the person's name, they have to have adjectives before and after it. Right? Like they can't even say like a normal statement and sound normal. You can't even say, I disagree with Trump's take. You can't even say that. They won't even say it. They'll be like, I disagree with what that insane orange fuck. That's what they say. And no one takes you seriously. How do you feel visceral hate towards this fucking random person? It's because you're radicalized. You're 100% radical. If you call a politician by like a weird pet, like angry name, you're radicalized. You're radicalized as hell. Orange orangutan, orange pasty. You're radicalized as fuck. Right? Drumpf. I kind of like that one, to be honest. I like Drumpf. Visceral hate's a badass name for a band. I agree. Well, I agree, Mark 2000. I kind of agree with that. But, I mean, it's hard. It's almost hard to prove a politician did anything. You know what politician I legitimately didn't like? I don't think I can't even use the word hate. But a politician I really didn't like was Debbie Wasserman Schultz. You guys remember who that is? I think her name was Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Right? You guys remember that lady? She had to resign in shame because she conspired. She completely conspired to get Bernie Sanders removed from the DNC. Like, he was easily winning over Hillary Clinton back in 2015. And she conspired to get him out and got caught, and she resigned in shame. In shame. Oh, by the way, she got immediately reelected, and she's just there again. And no one remembers. No one cares. It's gross.
Any religious extremist group, they think that they're Joseph Kony. You know who Joseph Kony's army name was? The Army of God. Like, that's it. And so, like, doing bad things in the name of like some weird ideology, this is something that, I mean, like, we've always done this, right? I mean, we're right back to basics. So yeah, God wills it. Yeah, exactly. And some are worse than others. Yeah. And I think that that's really what it is. And this is basically this type of thinking and this like ideology. It's effectively a religion for these people. And I think that they believe in it and they support it at the level that people who are religious believe and support these things. The Crusades' response to Islamic raids? Sure. And I'm sure that there were some things in the Crusades that were justified, but I'm sure also there were other things that were not. I mean, it's very simple, right? I mean, you can say that, like, for example, like, I'm sure that there were bad things that happened then. And are you really going to tell me that, like, I understand, like, this is, people don't like, I think there's like a lot of Christians that get super defensive about this. Christianity has been the result, like, a lot of things bad that have happened have been a result of Christianity. Like, they've done oppressive bad things. We had, like,
what's up, Artist Sphinx? How you doing, baby?
Literally the Dark Ages. Why is it called the Dark Ages? Because of fucking religion. And so, no, Salem witch trials. Look at that. This has been happening. So there's no religion, like, Islam isn't any better or anything like that either. I'm not saying that Islam is good and Christianity is bad. I'm saying that both of these religions have created historically a lot of radical behavior, and they've promoted violence. And they justify religion, or sorry, they use religion to justify this all the time. Well, Asmon history, KW has no idea. Of course I do. Anybody knows that religious extremism is bad. It doesn't matter what brand of it is. Guys, I know that there's like this new cultural thing that people do on the internet where they try to act like every bad thing that happened that was done by Christianity was actually good. That's not true. And I think that you do yourself a disservice by being so dishonest about it. You're not helping anything. You're not doing anything better. You're just being dishonest. Well, who's doing that? People that were justifying things like the Crusades. While the Crusades in some cases were a response, they were also massively oppressive and they killed a bunch of innocent people too. So, like, what I'm saying is that religion being used as a justification to be violent is something that's not new. That's my point. Like,
yeah, that's probably the oldest justification for violence ever, and I would assume.
We can get into like the history of like one specific event, but like, I mean, look at Joan of Arc. They burned Joan of Arc because of religion. Like, what are we talking about here? Dark Ages or fabrication? Renaissance thinkers want to feel better about themselves. Learn about the Dark Ages before you spread misinfo. I'm just going to permaban. I don't want to listen to an arguer. If you think that the Catholic Church and the Christianity was not oppressive in those days, you're just a retard. I mean, it's not even worth having a conversation with somebody like that. It's just a waste of everybody's time. Yeah, that's it. He's right though. No, he's not. I mean, it's a dumbass. And so anyway, yeah, I still are today. Exactly. And primary point is these people have replaced religion with whichever anti-wealth movement there is. Yeah, exactly. And
well, that's the whole point, man. It's the whole point. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. People that lack personal interest will look for fulfillment somewhere else. And the way they find fulfillment is being radicalized politically. That's their recourse now. That's their recourse. Sad lad Chad. It costs a lot less to hire a night guard at every Tesla location as opposed to dozens of lost Teslas. These attacks would stop after a few bored security guards delete some of these fools. Well, I don't know, man. You probably have to have more than one night guard. We had a guard at GameStop and we got robbed all the time. Our guard would literally, no shit, sad lad Chad. Our guard, which I think, what did we call him? We called him like Stinky or something. I can't remember what we called him. Anyways, he would quite literally go to TJ Maxx and just flirt with the women in TJ Maxx his entire shift. And we would just get robbed. He was this old guy, very old, little tiny guy. Thank you, sad lad Chad. Love you, dude. By the way, Slosher just dropped a pink boy, getting us almost halfway to Naked Snake. Progressivism is an ideology that believes Christianity is insufficiently Christian, not tolerant, giving, or caring. Takes the idea of an innocent victim like Christ to an extreme. No forgiveness is given, though. Thank you, Slosher. I appreciate you, baby. I love you. Imagine being a guy named TJ Maxx. Shit. Thank you, Slosher. I love you, dude. I appreciate you. Get the hell on it, doggone it, with your big old fat ass pink boy. We are now halfway there. Well, we're close to halfway. And we're also an orange boy from a rainbow night. Thank you, Slosher, for your Canadian pink boy. I really appreciate that. You are the GOAT, man. You are the GOAT. The GOAT. The GOAT. Appreciate you, dude. I love you, man. Appreciate that. All right. Where am I? Where am I? Let's see what we got here. Since we're on the subject matter of Elon Musk. Thank you, Slosher. Again, I love you, dude. Appreciate you. My boy coming in strong, supporting your boy in these dark times. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Here we go. We got it sped up here? Yeah.
Elon Musk protesters are taking their anger out on Tesla cars and dealerships. We brand new photos of the man accused of firebombing a Tesla dealership in Salem, Oregon,
Who did it?
causing $500,000 worth of damage.
Watch it just be Sean. He has a pack of natty lots in one hand and a Molotov in the other.
Surveillance
So this is
photos
the guy.
show the suspect walking towards the Tesla dealership before Molotov cocktails were thrown at the building, a red Tesla bursting into flames, and then the suspect allegedly threw a rock and shattered the dealership window. When investigators arrived on the scene, they found more Molotov cocktails in the parking lot. And on top of this violence, the liberal media is now mocking Elon Musk.
That's crazy.
I got to be honest. All they're doing is hurting insurance companies. They're not hurting anybody else, probably. It's all like theater.
Celebrating the failure of SpaceX's latest rocket launch. Watch.
Tonight, Elon Musk blew something up and disrupted the lives of thousands of Americans. For the second time in less than 2 months, a rocket launched by Elon Musk's company SpaceX exploded and rained potentially dangerous debris down over a wide area of Earth, causing real chaos for planes and airline passengers.
It is the second consecutive Starship test flight from Elon Musk's company to end with destruction. All I could say about was, I can sing.
No, please don't. That's good. That's good. We got it.
That's how could you be so lame? That's so lame. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't hope for people to fail if I don't like them or disagree with them. It's kind of weird. Never really understood that thought process, but then again, that's not me. Wings of Shoe says, ignoring bad security guards for a second, it's better money-wise for a guard and a camera to prosecute any level of robbing than tackle and face lawsuit. That's for damn sure. That's why they told us at GameStop and Walmart to absolutely never even approach somebody that's shoplifting. Just call the police. And then, but there is a double-edged sword, because if you tried to stop them, you got in trouble. And if they stole something, you also got in trouble, which kind of sucked. So thank you, Wings of Shoe. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, Wings of Shoe. Everybody give him a love. Give him some love.
That's good, bro. He's so fucking annoyed. He's trying to get her to stop. He knows this is cooked, man.
I can sing.
No, please don't.
Please don't.
That's good. That's good. We got it.
We got it. Yeah.
We understand how painful that was for y'all out there.
Man.
Just as watching these things blow up, his response to all of this was rockets are hard. And Mr. Musk,
I bet they are. Yeah, rockets are hard. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's a good point.
they're so hard. Why don't you go back to your day job and work that out and leave those of us who do government to do government? Because you can't do both.
Man, is that guy like a government official? Leave us that do government to do government?
So it was a test flight. In order to do a test flight, you have to have, like, NASA had failures too. NASA had tons of failures. Like, I mean, look at the, was it Columbia, or I forgot even which one it was, like, burned up all those people, right? Sort of
Challenger in Columbia, or Discovery in Columbia. I don't freaking remember. I think one of them was Challenger.
The sea. So the entire idea of this is a Challenger. Was it Challenger? Okay, there you go. And the entire premise of this is that, like, scientific iteration is not a, just a lateral curve where you're not lateral, but like a, like a literal curve where it just gets better and better and better. That's not what happens. How do you think that?
Wait, he doesn't do government. I thought they got rid of him at the RNC because he doesn't do government.
A TV host, yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Nobody would ever confuse me with the government. I mean, unless I wanted to.
You wouldn't lie about it either.
No.
But here's the thing. It's so patently unacceptable, I think, to root for any kind of damage like that, because there's a real fine line between burning cars in the parking lot and, oh, it's only, damage to things. What if someone was working late? What if you threw in and the wind got, there is no end to the possibilities. And for there to cheer failure.
If these people could pull people in Teslas out of their cars and beat the shit out of them, they would do that. The only reason that they don't do that is it's too risky. That's the truth, is that if you're the kind of person that's willing to destroy the vehicles, you would also hurt the people that are in the vehicles. That's the real reason.
100%. That's dude, there has been so many situations where people were protesting and they were blocking off streets. And somebody would get out of their car to like see what's going on, and the protesters would just beat the shit out of them. So yeah, never get out of your car and never stop, in my opinion. I'd never get out of my car. Never get out of your car. Ever.
For them to cheer burning of Tesla car. There is no place for that here.
So the question that I have, and the liberal network that, look, and thereby by the grace of God could go anybody, but right now they're failing miserably and firing their people. So I couldn't be all wrong on that. But why would you wish for the death of the American economy? Why would you be against Americans? I don't think this is new. This is like when we saw
This is the same thing during COVID, is that people were happy that COVID was happening because it made Donald Trump look bad. This is the exact same thing.
Prop up of anti-Semitism in this country last year. Where do you think it lived? Right next door. So these people who hold these views against America, this isn't like some rash that just came on. No, this is an infectious thing that's been around for a long time, and this is how they really feel. So think about that when they try to get you to vote for them.
Imagine celebrating humanity failing to advance scientifically. Some people might want to move to North Korea. I mean, I think that's a great use of our tax money. Yeah. If they want to go to North Korea, I'd pay for it. Absolutely. Bill Maher already said he wanted a recession so Trump wouldn't win. Yeah, I think it was a pretty popular sentiment around then that, and this is the thing, right? It's a bunch of rich people who will never live with any consequences of the economy in like a real sense. So they're okay celebrating and pushing for a recession or pushing for some sort of economic downturn because it's not going to hurt them and it makes the people that they don't like look bad.
Well, that's the whole point. I saw people on Twitter just yesterday wishing for the world to burn down. They're like, I hope we go into a recession. I hope everything's too expensive. I hope everybody just goes into poverty so it shows how bad Trump is. And I'm like, so you are the side that cares about middle America, right? Because that's what people say. Yet you hope everyone dies. Very interesting. Very, very interesting shit there.
That's it.
Whereas Michael still tries to convince you that he's in government. Think about that. He's a talk show host.
And innovation does not come, obviously, without trial and error. There are multiple no's before the yes. Every superstar has that story, professional athletes, Olympians, and the like, including our space program, like the Mercury program, where there were explosions and losses of life. So to mock this trial and error period for someone that is putting themselves out there for the betterment of society, to me, just shows how ignorant these talking heads are, how embarrassing that they are, that they're continuing to be given amplified.
Well, that's why they're getting their shows canceled. It's because they're unlikable, obnoxious, stupid, and annoying. And ultimately, people aren't watching them. That's the real reason.
Positions.
Yeah, I mean, what they're trying to do is they realize they don't have a message we talked about to the American people. So what they're trying to do is make Elon Musk this boogeyman, and they want him to be the boogeyman.
100%. That's the weirdest thing about this. The weirdest thing about all of this, trying to look at it objectively, right, is why? What is the left's message right now? No one really knows what the left's message is. The left's message is just we disagree with the people right now and we hate them. There is no message, which is why their approval rating is like 20% right now, which is the lowest it's ever been in history by a mile. All right. Like the Democratic Party has like, I think it was 24%, maybe 23% recently, which is unbelievable. That's fucking crazy. And it's because they don't really have a message. Like, what do they even believe? We don't even know anymore. The only thing we know that they believe is we disagree. Right? Oh, Reginald, I disagree. That's like their entire thing. What do you believe? Can you tell me what you believe? No, I just disagree with the conservatives. I'm like, okay, well, on what? Eggs. Eggs are high. You're like, okay, why? I don't know. That's just what I say. I just say things. I just say things. It's fine. 280, by the way, until Naked Snake. And we are 70 likes away from 300. Get on it, doggone.
Boogeyman, just maybe try to drive up turnout from Democrats in midterms and have it really stoke fear as if Elon Musk is doing something so spooky when really all he's doing is trying to make our government more efficient, trying to root out a lot of the waste, fraud, and abuse. And so what do? You just start running these stories, mocking someone who was really, as you said, trying to focus on American innovation, which is something that benefits all Americans, not just one side, of the aisle, but all Americans benefit from these types of explorations. And so it's sad to see somebody on the news making that kind of play.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard that. Michael.
I'm sure there's a degree of personal interest and self-gain that Elon gets from making the government more efficient and being involved with the government. But I mean, I feel like if you asked like 10 years ago, if you asked people, do you think the government wastes money on stupid shit? I bet 99 people out of 100 would say yes. So the entire, like, it's been very weird that this opinion that seemingly every single person has is now considered politicized. When everybody knows the government wastes money. 100% does, but it's not solely self-interest. Well, what's most...
Yeah, that's 100%. It's very strange. And I think the issue that they find themselves in is the 90-10 rule, right? Like, for some reason, the left finds themselves on the wrong side of the most unpopular, like, opinion possible, right? It's very interesting. They'll be like 90% of people think that biological men should not be in sports. Biological men should not be in sports with biological women, like contact sports. Over 90% of people agree with that. But for some reason, politicians on the left all overtly agree with it, which makes them look bad. Not, what is it, 74 or 75% on a recent CNN poll? A CNN poll, by the way. Like, what the fuck? Like 74% of people agree that DOGE is doing what they're doing. They enjoy it and they support it. Uncovering fraud and going line by line and showing people what tax dollars are being spent on. Even the left agree with it. And every politician's like, no. Every leftist politician, no. They all have to defend the most unpopular positions possible, and they're just losing support. It's very interesting. Now, there are people out there that find themselves completely, and I mean completely, like tribal. They're radicalized and tribalistic with whatever party they're in or consider themselves to be in. So they'll defend those ideals as well, right? They'll completely defend those ideals as well. All right. Anyways,
what's important is if they're doing something that's bad. I think doing something out of self-interest isn't a bad thing as long as the outcome is good for more people, or it's not bad for other people.
Steele, leave government to those of us who do government. Mr. Steele, we tried that. And you know what you gave us? $36 trillion in debt, $9.1 trillion in inflation, 8 million people crossing the border, the fall of a country, and the death of 13 heroes, and wars in 2 others. So we've let the government people try, and they failed. Now let Elon Musk...
I don't believe in the myth of experts in a lot of these cases. I think that these people that run the government are probably just fucking morons. Like, one thing that I've learned is that most people in most places are morons. Just in a general sense. Like, not anything specific, just overall.
And Donald Trump. And rooting against SpaceX, for those who did that in that soundbite, they're trying to get 2 astronauts who have been stranded since the Biden administration out of space. So don't you...
Let's see how long it takes Carrie to notice. Sad lad Chad said some of these folks want to be blissfully ignorant. Yep, that's for damn sure. Thank you, Sad lad Chad. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you for your $2 super chat, my man.
Dare root against SpaceX. Root for those 2 astronauts.
Yeah, and if you are...
It's destructive and reductive to actively root against it. Yeah, there's no reason to do that.
Up to a Tesla dealership dressed all in black, throwing Molotov cocktails and causing a car to explode. That's not just vandalism. That's a threat against somebody's life, and it should be treated as such.
She's right. Yeah.
It absolutely is. And apparently, there are so many threats against Elon Musk right now, according to Lawrence, that his private security team had to be deputized. They could bring their gun to more events around the president. So it's just very unfortunate. This rhetoric only causes more damage. Which is why it's incumbent upon those figures to understand the influence they have and to condemn all of this violence and to not cheer for failures.
God damn. Yeah.
God damn. I tell you what, man. A big shout out real quick. Big shout out to Slosher. We love you. Progressivism is an ideology that believes Christianity is insufficiently Christian for your pink boy. I appreciate you, man. And our red boy of the night is Billy Hatcher. We love you, dude. We appreciate you. You are the GOAT. And we're 1 orange boy from a rainbow night and about 270-ish from Naked Snake. And we still got a little bit of time left, though. Just a little bit of time left. All right, let's continue. Oh, man, I'm in pain, boys. I'm in pain. Dude, I tell you what, after that race, I could not move my left shoulder. My left shoulder is out of shape, I guess. Obviously, you're doing these things right here. You know, trying to balance it out. Left shoulder gets wore out. And if you haven't been doing it a lot lately, it makes it where you can't even move. But it is healed now. It's all good, baby. It's all good. It's all good. Are you drinking? Have you been drinking, Carrie? Have you been drinking, Carrie? What's up, creative username? How you doing, buddy? Have you been drinking, Carrie? Taking a few days off the gym? Yeah, well, when I'm at a race, yeah, I don't work out. but it doesn't. Steering a wheel like 6,000 times, you know, it doesn't actually. There's not a workout that I know for that, because it depends on how your seat is. Depends on how your seat is, right? So, like, you're working out a weird ass muscle. It's very strange. Carrie, you know, you haven't been drinking, really? Okay. All right, then. Immoral Fat, 40 ounces up, dude. Sean Smith makes it a rainbow night with an orange boy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Sean Smith coming in strong. I appreciate you, dude. Love you, man. Appreciate you. Get the hell on it, dog. Your birthday passing, you didn't say nothing. When was your birthday? I don't know your birthday. Shit, I made it. I don't know. I don't remember, Carrie. Come on. You know, I was like doing really stressful shit last weekend. Thank you, Sean. Love you, Sean. Everybody, we love Sean. We're halfway to Naked Snake now. Get on it, diggity dog on it. Hold a plate in front of you and turn it like steering wheel. That doesn't do anything. Sorry. Eat sugar. I literally did what you asked, and you're just yelling at me. Thank you, Sean. I love you, dude. Orange boy. By the way, when I'm in my race car, I'm strapped in, and the steering wheel is like right here. And there's these weird motions, like these weird, strange-ass motions you're making. You can't hold a plate like right here and sit in a damn tight-ass seat and then do this 1,000 times. Right? It's your position very strange. It's not like you're like this and you're holding a wheel. It's not like that. You're not driving a damn bus. Now, to be fair, after 1 or 2 races, you're completely good. You're like basically you're worked up to it. So thank you, Sean. Love you, dude. Appreciate you. All right. But no, I mean, once you race like once or twice, you get worked up and you're fine again. So, what's up, Renee? We love you, baby. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going, boys. Halfway to Naked Snake officially, boys. Get the hell on it, dog on it. Chris Olin, what's up, buddy? Now everybody's wishing Carrie a happy birthday. Look, Carrie got what she wanted. Everybody loves Carrie now. We love you, Carrie. Me. Oh my God. All right. Can't you wash your car? Shit. What car? My old ass Jeep. I ain't got cars anymore. I had to sell everything. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's continue, boys. Thank you, chat. Yes. I might piss my pants, boys. I don't know. Make sure you guys like to stream and honor and piss my pants. 250 away from Naked Snake, boys.
I think everyone's attacking you for your position. What are you doing in the government? There was a cyber attack on X today, which shut it down and may have been foreign sourced. It's a big story. You want to give us a moment on that?
Well, we're not sure exactly what happened, but there was a massive cyber attack to try to bring down the X system with IP addresses originating in the Ukraine area.
Oh, well, so that's your suspicion. Is the website, is the internet up?
As I said before, I don't think you can blame this on Ukraine. I don't think so. But it's, I hope that they find out who did it. I hope whoever did it gets fucked.
Is it up yet? It's up yet.
It's up yet.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But I just was looking back. Let me see if I get this right. They're setting fire to various Tesla charging stations near Boston. Shots were fired at a Tesla dealership in Oregon.
I saw that.
Various nonviolent.
Shots fired, not a metaphor.
Shots fired, yes.
He doesn't know the meme because he's old. The interviewer doesn't know the meme.
Old people don't know anything, to be fair. And that's kind of frustrating. I kind of get it, I guess, but my dad's not like that. Now, granted, my dad's not very old. He's like 57 or something. But my dad like kind of keeps up with everything. Now, he doesn't say things like lit and fam, obviously, but he knows them. He understands them. And I kind of get annoyed by older people that like refuse to learn anything past like 1980. Like they hit a hard point at 80 and they're like, I'll never learn again. I'll never, ever learn. Everything I knew was better. And I'm like, you can evolve. You know what I'm saying? Charitard want to upgrade CPU, GPU, but AES Rock boards nuke X3D chips right now. I guess which board I have. Shit, I don't know. Bruh, I grew up in a trailer park. I got like I know Intel exists, right? Asus. Thank you, Charitard. I appreciate you. I like how I'm kind of contradicting my previous statement. That's different. Okay. It's different. Okay. I'm not a PC nerd. Every like 4 years, I'll get a new crazy ass thing built, and then I just chill with it. And I'll kind of get polished up on everything, right? I'll kind of get polished up for like right to build it, and then I fucking stop thinking about it. Thank you, Charitard.
Downtown New York, marching against the Tesla showroom. Your stock is way down. You've been criticized left and right.
But look on the right side.
I mean, why are you doing this?
Always look on the bright side of life.
Yes.
But besides that,
yes. I mean,
how's your day?
What motivates you to do this?
Was the offer good?
It's tough sledding.
Yeah, it is tough sledding. But I think we're doing the right thing here. There's been a tremendous amount of waste and fraud in the government. When you're part of the government, you saw a lot of that, and there's been, if you look at the Inspector General reports and the Government Accountability Office, there have been many audits that have pointed out that there's a tremendous amount of waste and fraud in the government. In fact, there was a report.
Well, I don't know if this is true, but I read something about $12 billion to be allocated for a submarine to be built, and then the submarine was never built. But they never got the $12 billion back.
I mean, that same thing happened in California. Well, they got a specific amount of dollars in the billions to build a monorail situation through California, like a fast train situation, and they took the money and then they never built it. Right? Need your expertise? Should I try sleep with my cousin or sister? I need your expertise. Should I try sleeping with my cousin or sister? It's definitely first cousin. Thank you, Richard. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Richard.
How does this happen? Oops. Where'd it go? We gave you $12 billion. There's no submarine.
Isn't that weird? Like, where does the money go? No one knows. It's just gone now.
I think something may be wrong.
Issued by the GAO, the Government Accountability Office, last year. So during the Biden administration, which estimated the federal government fraud to be $500 billion. So just because that's not a Trump administration thing, that's a Biden administration thing. So what we're trying to do is convert down to a much smaller figure, save money for the American taxpayer, stop money being spent on things that I think very few taxpayers would agree make sense. Transgender animal surgeries, or why are we spending money? Why are American tax dollars being spent on this?
Nope.
The president's gone through a long list of absurd things. Why are the 20 million people who are definitely dead marked as alive in the Social Security database? Why were hundreds of millions of dollars of Small Business Administration loans were given out to people aged 11 and under, according to the Social Security?
What?
Hundreds of millions of dollars of Small Business Administration loans were given out to people aged 11 and under.
Shocking. Shocking. It's almost like it's all money laundering. Every last drop is just money laundering.
I don't know, guys. Stolen identities? Yeah. I don't even know what to say. You're wrong. 4 submarines were built and sent out. Is that it? I don't know. That sure seems like that wasn't what I read. If that's true, post it. Let me see it. I don't want to spread misinformation. So if that's actually true, post it on Reddit. 4 is a lot for $12 billion. Yeah, sure. If it's a nuclear submarine, I could see it costing that much.
According to
I'll
tell you
this, right? I mean, both my grandparents are right wingers. My old people are MAGA top, except they don't wear merch as if they're trying to hide it. And do you hate them, creative username? Do you hate your grandparents for their political affiliation? They are stealing silver off fleeing the Titanic. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Oompoville is doing his first live show right now. He's going to start doing a late night show called Too Late. Ah, great. There goes more of my viewers. What's up, Salty? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. We're halfway to Naked Snake, 250 away. Get on it, dig it, a dog on it. Appreciate you, man.
4 submarines a lot better than 0, right? Like at least with 4, you can have a conversation about like, okay, maybe we wasted but like you take $12 billion, there's 0. Like that's a big fucking problem, right?
Like these must be some very enterprising 8-year-olds, you know,
and some pretty strong 150-year-olds.
Yes, yeah, exactly. As the president said, we have an enormous number of people marked as alive who are 160. He didn't know the country was that healthy.
Yes. You know. So demystify this. How do you do it? Okay, how big is your team?
Yeah.
Where'd you recruit most of them from? And what is it that makes you choose, the Treasury or Social Security or USAID? How does it work? Let the public know, please.
Right. Well, we just basically follow the money. We look at the president's executive orders, and we also follow the money. So we started looking closely at USAID because they were completely violating the president's executive orders to suspend foreign aid. What's called foreign aid, but in our view is a lot of corruption. So what we saw there is just
I would wager 99.5% of all the money going in to the government, all of that is just corruption. All of it. 99.5% minimum. What's up, Uni? Yuki? How you doing, baby? My grandpa's turning 101 in June. He's MAGA and his politics are what you'd expect. Well, yeah. To expect older people like that old or like 90, 80 for somehow be progressive is like the most insane shit in the world. Right? This most insane shit in the world. So, oh shit, they grew up in they grew up in a time where that was not even remotely a thing. None of these beliefs were even remotely a thing. None of these like weird like pronoun issues, all that shit was a thing. Right? And to pretend like somebody like Joe Biden that's 84 years old is somehow a progressive is insane. He cares about trans folks. Are you insane? Are you insane? He laughs behind closed doors and says gross. Are you crazy? You think any of these 80 and 90-year-old people that claim that they're progressives are actually progressive? You're insane, right? You're fucking insane. They literally grew up in a time where they would look at like somebody of a different race and say, ooh, unironically, when they were 30 in the 60s and they're progressive. You're fucking kidding me. It's crazy. Beep, 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 beep. All right. Crave username says, you don't hate them. You're just irritated how they simply don't give a damn about anyone but themselves. I don't give a damn about anyone but myself either. That's the difference between me and you. I can say that and I don't care. That's like how opinions are formed. Right? I care about the people in my life, the people that I love, and the people around me. Everybody else can fuck off. That's how I live my life. Everybody else, you can fuck right off. I don't care about you at all. Not even a minute. If you say you do, you're politically posturing. If you say you do, you're trying to prove to everybody you're good. I care. I care. Make sure you like this status. I just really care. If you have to tell people, you probably don't. I don't give a fuck. Right? Cody hates us. I said to people around me, deadly neurotoxin, you are currently around me. If you died, I would be like, damn, deadly neurotoxin died. It sucks. Rest in peace. But also, I wouldn't probably know. So, oh. What's up, Luffy? Has got AD, dude.
This amount of money being sent to non-governmental organizations. But actually, this, by the way, is I think one of the biggest sources of fraud in the world is government-funded non-governmental organizations. This is a gigantic fraud loophole where the government can give money to an NGO and then there are no controls over that NGO. So they've given billions of dollars, in fact, we estimate tens of billions of dollars to NGOs that are essentially scams.
Your grandfather still calls Asians the C word. I'm pretty sure it's the G word, my friend. You don't even know your slurs, bruh. Come on. Come on. Come on. John Harris says, I wish everyone well from Safety. Yeah, okay, so that's a little different, okay? Let me be completely transparent. Yeah, I on a one-dimensional standpoint, yeah, I hope everybody does as well as they can. I wish everyone to be well. I think that's pretty easy to understand. But I also am not going to penalize the people in my life to posture and say I care about people in like fucking Zimbabwe. I don't. I'm sorry. I care about my family much more than Zimbabwe peeps. And I'm not afraid to say it. If you said, hey, your father's going to die. Oh, yeah, Craver, your name, you're right. Sorry. You are correct. Damn, that's fucked up. Yeah, it's funny. If you pointed a gun figuratively at my father and you said either your father dies right here and now, or everyone in Zimbabwe dies right here and now, what do you choose? Guess who's dying? Not one person. Right? Like, come on. I'm not fucking pretending. Like, come on, dude. I care about me and mine first and foremost, bro. First and foremost, my people, my dad, my family, they gonna live, right? They gonna live. DMT Visual says that's crazy. You would give your family for people that you'll never meet, never know, or never existed otherwise in your life, other than somebody saying it. You'd rather your people in your family die than like random people in a random country. That's insane. If it's a whole country, literally. No, you're lying. You're lying, DMT. 100% lying. You're saying it to prove to people in the chat and to yourself that you're a good person. But doing so doesn't mean you're a bad person. Loving your family and wanting your family to survive and protect them, that doesn't make you a bad person. But we've been like socially engineered to think that caring about the people we love and putting them first is a bad thing. That's a bad thing. Putting the people we love first is a bad thing, right? No. I choose my family. 100% choose my family. Would you give 10 people in my family or 50 million people over here? 50 million people. The world is about to lose a good portion of the population because I'm not giving my family up. Sorry. I don't need to prove to anybody that I'm a good person. I can give two shits what you think. I'm keeping my family. I don't need to prove to anybody else. Do you think you're a bad person? Everybody thinks you're bad. I don't care. Don't give a fuck. But people are going to think you're bad. Do not give a fuck. I will gladly hang out with my family in the living room thinking about how bad I am. No. Fuck that. Oh, all right. Then I'm dead. Damn, Michael. Are you in Zimbabwe? What the fuck? No. There's kids in that 50 minute. Damn, that sucks. Nope. There's kids. Do you think I'm a bad person? DMT? Do you think I'm a bad person, DMT? Let's assume that situation's like real for some reason. Do you think I'm bad now if I did that? Do you think I'm a bad person? If it's only male adults? What the fuck? Let's ignore that. But still, do you think I'm a bad person? Answer that question for me, DMT, in the chat. By the way, Shizzy Wizzy Nut, thank you for the raid. I love you. I'm just in a long conversation right now. We love you, Shizzy. You said no, it's just a scenario that couldn't happen. You were supposed to say yes. Because then I was going to be like, don't care, banned. Shizzy Wizzy raid! If it's only male adults. Whoa, hold on. Like, damn, boy, what's up? No, okay. Yeah, it's a hypothetical. What my point is, I care about my family and the people I love in my life more than any invisible person that will never affect me. And I'm not afraid to say that. Not afraid to say that at all. 99.9% of the people in the chat 100% agree, and 20% will say they don't. But they do. They say they don't, but they do. If it came down to it, and the button was put in front of you to make that choice, 99.9% of you are going to choose your family or the people you love, your wife, your kids. You are going to choose them. You can say you won't to prove to everybody in the chat that you're a good person and you just care about everyone. I care about all of you. I care about all of you so much. You can say that all you want, but as soon as that situation happens to your damn hand, I know what you're going to choose. And there's no shame in just admitting that you care about your family more than random people. That's insane. How is this even a conversation? But that's the leftist view, right? I have to care about others more than I care about myself. And that is insane. I hate myself and I still care about myself more than others. Like, come on. Damn, Carrie. Holy shit. Woo. Damn. If you dropped a nuke on a country, you'd feel bad for your family? I'd feel bad for my family. Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? What's up, Josh Engelbrad? How you doing, man? Damn. But I'm sure Cody's wrong. I'm sure he's wrong, goddammit. No, I'm right. And you are wrong in the chat.
Man. Why do you think not a single person's been held accountable for this yet? Probably because it takes a lot longer to figure out who did it wrong.
Deadly Nero talking says, I care about my family, but I don't want the Zimbabweans to die. You're right. No, and I agree. I don't want anybody in Zimbabwe to be killed either. That's not the point. Who are you choosing, Neurotoxin? Answer. Who are you choosing, Neurotoxin? If you got to control alt delete a group of people, either Zimbabwe peeps or your family, who are you choosing? And when you say your family, does that make you feel bad? And if it does, you're too bought in and socially radicalized to be afraid about what people think. Right? No, fuck them. Fuck them. Oh, slamming Brandon. Jesus. Why not both? God, Katie, Jesus, Mary Joseph. Can I kill both? Oh my God. The chat be wilding tonight, bro.
That's the reason why. Where's the proof, though? That's a great question. Yeah, and you're right. Like,
by the way, we're $250 in super chats away from Naked Snake for the 430th stream in a row. Oh, goddamn. We went off the rails today, boys. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're 30 likes away from goal. In honor of the Shizzy Wizzy Nut raid, thank you, Shizzy Wizzy Nut. He raids me like every day. I don't deserve that, dude, but I really appreciate your love, man.
they need to start, if they want to get people's trust, they need to start posting receipts. They need to start, like, you know, make it, like, get a YouTuber to make a fucking video to explain how this is happening.
By the way,
I'm trying to put a stop to that. You know, so
I don't want to interrupt, but Secretary of State Rubio just come out. I think he tweeted today. He's accepted over 80% of your recommendations to shut down USAID. Right. So your review and analysis was spot on.
Yes. So I think when people criticize, say, what DOGE is doing, we say, well, which part specifically? Because we put all of the actions of the DOGE team on the DOGE.gov website and on the DOGE headline X. So we post the receipts. It's just like this action has been taken, this action has been taken. So when we get,
they need to have a video explaining it. That's the problem, is that, see, Elon doesn't understand this maybe, but people can't fucking read. Nobody can read. So you can't have...
Kimmy says, came from Shizzy's stream. Not sure exactly what you're talking about, but it seems like virtue signaling is popular. Well, basically, I put the hypothetical out there that, like, people will politically posture and say their viewpoints is based in caring overtly about people that are, like, faceless and ghost. Right? Like, the entire political, like, belief is around, well, I just care overtly about everyone else but myself, and I want everyone else to do better, and that's why I think we should be taxed more, so they get more things, right? And I know I'm, like, paraphrasing, and I know I'm saying it in a really dumb way, but that's the point. So, I put out the hypothetical, would you rather your family die or everybody in Zimbabwe? If you say Zimbabwe, assuming you have a normal relationship with your family, or your loved ones, or your wife, or your kids, and you say you would rather your family die instead of you're lying. You're lying to politically posture and to prove to everybody else that you're a good person. But what you need to learn, and I know social media has made this crazy, right? But what you need to learn is you shouldn't care about what other people think. Who cares? But they're going to think I'm a bad person. You shouldn't care. How does it affect you? It doesn't. Let's not say it was Zimbabwe. What's wrong with Zimbabwe, DMT? Huh? You got some kind of personal connection to Zimbabwe? All right. You know, Satellite says Dirtbog, Lacery, Bisky, Bird Dog, Blackberry, Whiskey. What the hell are you talking about? Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Satellite. I appreciate you. I love you, dude. Mark 2000 says, why are we still on this? Because somebody in the chat asked what I was talking about a minute ago.
I have it written down because nobody's going to know what it says. It has to be, like a TikTok, a YouTube video, or something like that. I can't read as much. No, I'm serious. I'm not joking. Like, I'm being serious here. Like, here, just real quick. What percentage of American adults are literate above a 12th grade level?
None.
Is that fair? Like, these are people that are literate and they've graduated high school, 10th grade. It's gonna be sad. No, y'all about to ready. Y'all about to see. Y'all not ready for this. Because have you guys ever noticed this on Twitter, where you'll respond to somebody and they'll answer you in a way that is very clear that they didn't even read the message? I think it's because they can't read the message. A big problem nowadays is that you can't communicate with written words anymore in America, because too many people.
To be fair, I didn't graduate high school, so I definitely don't read on a 12th grade level.
People are illiterate and retarded. So 77% of American adults have literacy skills above the 10th grade level. So that means that 23% does not. That is massive. That's insane.
Look at people in the chat now saying we need to kill people. Look, now you're taking my hypothetical and you're like, let's kill all these people. No, you bastards. You're crazy bastards is what you is. No one should die. Everybody needs to live. It was a hypothetical. And you guys are like, let's kill these guys. I'm like, no, don't kill anybody, chat. You crazy bastards. I did get my GED. Yeah, I got my GED. So I quit school in 10th grade, I think. I think it was like the very beginning of 10th grade I quit school. And my mom was really pissed. And then like a week later on a Tuesday, I signed up for the GED. And on Thursday, I took it and I got my GED. So technically, I had a diploma before any of my classmates. You know what I'm saying? 250 to Naked Snake, by the way. We got about maybe an hour left. Maybe.
Dang, that's like, yeah, it's like 1 in 4 people can't even fucking read. It's probably lower than that. Yeah, I'm surprised it's so high.
And we say, like, of what? Which line do you disagree with?
Mm-hmm.
Like, which cost saving do you disagree with? And then people usually can't think of any.
No.
So
it's transparent line by line.
It's transparent line by line,
which is quite remarkable.
Right. And so, and then with respect to the Treasury, for example, the two main recommendations we suggested, which have now been implemented, was that any payments going out of the Treasury, especially the Treasury's main payment computer, which is called PAM, things like a payments account manager or something like that, but it's like almost $5 trillion a year, so about $1 billion an hour, that the payments be coded with the congressional appropriation, and that there be an explanation for the payment. Very basic stuff.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, you would want to have it to where if you have people sending out millions of dollars, that it's explained why the money's being sent out.
I think that's a very normal thing. You know, Michael OPTV has changed the narrative. Says, but the attitude, I don't care until it affects me, is wicked because it will affect you eventually. Yeah, I don't think anybody's talking about that. So claiming that you overtly care about people and are wanting to protect them from some random boogie monster is not the same thing as I don't care until it affects me, right? Does that make sense? Like wishing for billionaires to be taxed at an insane rate because you for some reason think the government's going to give you free money and also other people free money because, you know, the greater good, is not a I don't care until it affects me position. I want to pay zero taxes, right? Does that make sense? And the issue with the I don't care until it affects me phrase or position, or being opposed to said position, it can be used in every single situation for every single opinion or belief. So that's not really fair, right? You can quite literally use it for anything. Oh, you just don't care until it affects you. You could quite literally use that in any situation for any belief or viewpoint, right? For example, I would use that, and I shouldn't say until it affects me, because what would affect me, right? But that could be used as a defense for a conservative position, like gay marriage, for example. I have no issues, not even remotely, with gay marriage. I actually support gay marriage. I don't have a problem with it. I don't give a damn if you're an adult, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. It doesn't bother me at all, not even remotely. But there are some people that don't have a problem with gay marriage because I don't care until it affects me, right? And I think that's the issue with the trans movement. A lot of people don't really care and haven't really cared. And then when it started targeting children, now it's the I don't care until it affects me position. Now it's affecting, children, people's children, right? So it's kind of hard. I don't think most people use that actual thought process. I don't care until it affects me kind of thing. unless they don't realize it's going to affect them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that seems pretty normal. They didn't have this. They didn't have this. Oh no.
Rob Stuff says marriage is a contract with God between a man and a woman. I don't think marriage in the certain sense of signing into Alabama law, my personal marriage, has anything to do with Jesus or Yeshua. But that being said, I'm not religious, so obviously I don't share the viewpoint that marriage is between God and a man and a woman, because that wouldn't make much sense, would it? Which God? I don't know. One of them.
And just doing that, we estimate we'll save $100 billion a year.
You're not really, let me see if I get this right, particularly with Social Security. You're not really changing policy.
I love the subtext on that. The subtext is 100 billion, or it was 100 million. I forgot what he said. $1 million is just being just sent out for bullshit. There's no way. That's crazy.
No,
You're auditing the fiscal mechanism.
He's lying. You think he's lying? I don't. I actually don't. I think that it's actually corrupt. I do. I think they're fucking roaches, man.
100%. And he loves roaches. Wait, hold on. He loves roaches. Michael says that's my point. People are extremely apathetic. There's many that just don't care because they go to work. Yeah, they eat. Right. Is that necessary? I don't think that's wicked at all. Right? You shouldn't require people to care about your interest, because that's just insanity. A lot of people don't have an interest in politics. There's nothing wrong with that. But saying that they are wicked people because they don't have an interest in your certain political ideology is also kind of insane. Right? There's a lot of things I don't have interest in. And I don't force people to be, but it affects all of us. Me. Nah, not really. It doesn't fucking. I'm still going to go to work. I'm still going to hustle. I'm still going to fight for my passions and dreams, regardless of who might be in power at the time. Right? We are 250 from Naked Snake, halfway there with a few minutes left.
I watch, listen, there was that one woman that was basically kicked out of the Democratic committee because she was a fraud. Hillary Clinton hires her the next day. Bernie Sanders gets froze out of 2 fucking primaries. Let's see, what else besides that?
Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I cannot believe this motherfucker just brought this lady up after I said that. That's crazy.
Hunter Biden is driving around playing Grand Theft Auto in real life. He gets a blanket pardon for 10 years. Guys, I think that's corrupt. I do. They're all corrupt. Yeah, and Trump isn't. I didn't say Trump isn't corrupt. When did I ever say that? I never said that. No, I'm sure Trump has done bad things as well. Absolutely.
Whataboutism is so lame. It's so tiring. It's so tiring. You could be talking about a specific subject matter, and somebody's like, "Yeah, but what about this person that did this?" No one fucking cares. No one cares. No one cares.
To make sure that, from
so you
point
hate
A gets
waffles?
to point B, and that's where it's supposed to get to. In some cases, it doesn't get there, or some cases it may go over there. But that's it's not a policy exercise. You're not changing laws. You're just doing what any business would do in a profit and loss audit.
Yeah,
I think what really what we're adding here is caring and competence. And there's a massive amount of fraud.
I do think that he's bringing up a really good point. Is that I bet a lot of the people that work there don't give a shit. They don't give a shit, and they're stupid. And I bet a lot of the money, it's not even corruption. It's just that it looks like corruption because it's so stupid. You would think it's corruption. It's not their money. Yeah, it's not their money. It's not their problem.
Basically, people submitting Social Security numbers for Social Security benefits, unemployment, Small Business Administration loans, and
thank you, Duke Chronic. Lots of TV. Did I get any? I didn't think I got any TV time, Duke Chronic. Did I? I only watched half of it. Did they talk about me halfway, after the last half? I watched the first 75 laps, but then turned it off to watch Reacher. And I only saw myself once, and that was in the very beginning when they showed me waving my fingies. Sad lad, thank you, man. 250 until Naked Snake. 30 minutes, 25 minutes left. 300 and the 430th Naked Snake in a row on the dock. Will the Naked Snake streak die at 429? The world may never know. They showed you give 3 months on the pit road. Oh yeah, of course, I saw that. You said lots of TV time. I thought you meant more than 1 second.
And medical, where those are fake Social Security numbers. So they're stolen somebody else's Social Security number, and we're trying to put a stop to all that. And that's the number which is estimated to be on the order of 10% of federal expenditures, which is $500 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You're working with the agency heads. You're working with the cabinet secretaries.
Yes.
I saw Howard Lutnick was on TV yesterday saying you were partnering with them. Is that fair?
Yeah, what we do is in consultation with the cabinet secretaries and with their departments. So we're really trying to be sort of we'll refer to ourselves as tech support. You know, we're really helping the department get a handle on things, because what actually happens here is you've got this sort of vast federal bureaucracy, and then you've got a very thin layer on top of the politically appointed officials. And what tends to happen is that the bureaucracy, frankly, is in control.
This is like, you know, like whenever you see one roach in your house, it means there's like 20 roaches. That's basically what he's saying. But there's probably more than 20. It's like 50.
It's more than that. Love you, Mary Maldonado. I appreciate you, baby. 8 locks until 300, 250 until Naked Snake, and super chats. Get on it. Dig it out. We'll go on it. Yeah. All right. You got a decent amount from it. Did I? They show my card. Oh, I didn't think they did, man. But I'll go back and watch it. It's just for some reason the ones on FS1, I can't like watch them again. I thought you could on Flow Racing, but I went on Flow Racing and couldn't find it, and I was confused.
The roaches are like 100.
And they largely ignore the politically appointed people.
Why should the bureaucracy?
I'm sure you must have seen that.
I've lived with this twice. I worked for Reagan many years ago, and I worked for Trump in the first term.
Yeah.
It's like a permanent bureaucracy. I might add, it's a permanently liberal bureaucracy.
Yes, very much so.
And it doesn't. It's not a bureaucracy that necessarily enforces or implements presidential policy.
They don't. In fact, they try their best to thwart presidential policy. So the president is the elected representative of the people. And if the president cannot get things implemented as a reflection of the will of the people, then what we have is not a democracy. We have a bureaucracy. We have rule of the bureau, not rule of the people. And that's what we're trying to defeat.
The government is so complicated that you can't possibly do anything about it. You can't stop this from happening because there's so many people at the government, and it's just so complicated.
The whole point is tying everything in red tape so nothing can be done. And the only thing that can be done is sneaky little $100 million schemes into bills that have 5,000 pages. That's the whole point. You know? So
complex that you can never figure out who did anything wrong or what happened or why did it happen. Yeah, absolutely. Not in 4 years. So I don't know. I think it's pretty easy to solve this. I do. You just need a lot of people to do it. You need a lot of people to give a shit to do it.
Here is the bureaucracy.
Like I remember one time in high school, this is in my computer repair class. This is my favorite class. And at the beginning of the year,
Amber, can you email who Fox to get the video? Yeah, no, they're not doing it. No. No, thank you. Chris McGough has just joined the show with 1,000 Norwegian crowns. He's trying. That puts us 150 from Naked Snake. Says Christians are against gay marriage, but they want to marry a Jewish carpenter. Religion is a bit weird. Gay marriage is not a problem as long as they don't give them flesh. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Why are you making me think about that kind of stuff? Jesus. Chris McGough, my boy, going wild today. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know about all that. Jesus, fuck, the way you word that is brutal. All right. Thank you, Chris McGough. Woo! That's like seeing a bear man's old ass. You know, it's like an uncomfortable truth or an uncomfortable stat, right? Thank you, Chris McGough, for your 1,000 Norwegian crowns. 150 to Naked Snake. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. My boy coming in strong. They charge a ton for the videos, John. I couldn't even imagine. Thank you, Chris McGough. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, man. You are the man, the myth, the legend. Chris McGough. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. 150 away from Naked Snake. 5 away from 300 likes. Holy shit, boys. Thank you, Shizzy Wizzy.
They gave me a gigantic cardboard box, and it was full of cords. And nobody wanted to do it. Nobody wanted to figure out the cords and do it. And I sat down next to the box, and for an hour and a half, for a week, I took every cord out, and I put it where it needed to go. And do you know what happened after that week? There weren't any more loose cords, and it was done.
I don't know. I don't believe Asmongold did any of these things. Asmongold, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Sparta says I got the quote before. My response is get fucked. Yeah, I want to know what the quote was, man. Now I want to know. Come on now. I don't know how long you're gonna be up, John, but you should text me. Got some stuff. Got some info I want to run by you. What's up, Genji? How you doing, baby? Bitch, old bitch ass motherfucker.
On. That's it. How do you solve it? Well, you start attempting to do it. Did you get laid? No, of course not. I didn't have a girlfriend. I was a level 60 warrior.
And have rule of the people.
Absolutely not.
And as you mentioned, the bureaucracy is overwhelmingly Democrat. So Washington, D.C. was 92.5%, I believe, voted for Kamala. So this is overwhelmingly a deep blue situation.
How do you pick your next targeted agency or department?
Well, we're trying to act broadly across all departments, so it's not just one department at a time. But
Ginger, you have complete access to my channel. You could be cutting up like 4 clips from each stream, putting them up. I wouldn't even know about it, even though your titles are trash. But still, but you don't do it, do you, Ginger, motherfucker?
Are you in all of them now? All of them?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes. Oh,
they got into everything. Yeah, there it is. And the career bureaucrats who intentionally made the systems complicated to hide their corruption never thought that AI can unravel the scheme so quick. Well, see, here's the problem, right? Is that a lot of the people that created these systems are stupid. So it's very easy to solve the problem. It's very easy to take advantage of it and see what they did wrong because they're dumb. Like, you ever seen a dog try to hide something? It can never do it. Or like,
Asmongold's funny. You ever seen a dog hide something? They suck at it. They just suck at it. You're the boss. Hey, Ginger, how about you take some executive control? How about that, man? Take 3 videos, put them up. You can put them up the next day, back to back. Come on now. Yes, 150 to Naked Snake. Thank you again, Chris McGough, for your 1,000 Norwegian krones. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, dude. I went to the gym today and I benched 385 for 2 in honor of you, Chris McGough. In honor of you, 385 for 2. I can't do 405 right now. I'm just old. I'm too old, too worn out, decrepit. I did it once, or I did it twice last year. I don't remember how. I think it's because I got up to 210 pounds in like weight.
a little kid try and hide something, they can never figure it out because he's stupid. So whenever you have somebody this smart, you bring in big balls, they're going to figure this shit out immediately. It takes 5 minutes for them to figure it out. Yeah, that's it.
Trying to make the government more efficient across the board. So yeah.
How big's your team?
We're a little over 100 at this point. We're 100. Get to 200.
You're going to get to 200.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're
should stop
recruiting
at
from
300.
More or less.
4chan. Just say 4chan. Just say you're recruiting people to audit the federal government from 4chan.
Basically, it's software people, information security software people, and
4chan.
Finance.
4chan.
What the fuck about the mac and cheese, man? What the hell, Brand Montana? I did 10 sit-ups while making a pot of mac and cheese. What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Raking Knight! Oh my God. Damn. Rob says I'm $175, still deadlift 300 at 47. Hell yeah, dude. I think the most I can deadlift probably max 1. I do not deadlift, by the way, but I think I tried it last year just for like a couple reps, and I did 315 for like 4, and I think I did 365 for 1, and my back was wrecked. I could barely freaking move after it, but I never deadlift. I don't like deadlifts. Raking Knight says for the snake. For the snake. 3 likes, 2 likes from 300. 2 likes from 300. And we are 100 away from Naked Snake. 1 fat red boy away from Naked Snake. Thank you, baby. I'm 200 and can deadlift a cheeseburger. Dude, I love it. Fucking love it. He just cared about their health, Cynthia Fire, apparently. Thank you, Rakin. We love you, buddy. I was fun hanging out with you this weekend, dude.
It's basically, finance and technology. And frankly, I can't believe I'm here doing this. It's kind of bizarre. But
change subject. Where do we get these people? It doesn't matter. Yep. No.
I kind of think that we've got this enormous federal budget deficit, and it's a $2 trillion deficit. It keeps growing. Our interest payments are higher than our Defense Department budget. That's I think was the real wake-up call for me, was looking at seeing that the interest payments to national debt exceeded the Defense Department budget, and that was only growing over time, which meant if we didn't do something about this, then there won't be any money for anything. We'll just be servicing debt.
Oh my God! How to read an income statement, and you know how to read a balance sheet. You've had some businesses.
It's just fucking ridiculous. Since they print more money, yes.
It is weird. Like, what was the government expecting to do about all this? They're just gonna
continue raising the debt ceiling in perpetuity forever? Like, what does this mean? You know?
Oh my God.
Experience. I'm kidding, but
Yeah,
surely this is sustainable.
Yeah,
Surely.
really, I just don't want America to go bankrupt.
So it's a call to action. You're hearing a call to action.
Yeah.
You giving up your other stuff? I mean, how are you running your other businesses?
With great difficulty.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, a rocket blew up. People were burning down my cars. Oh, jeez.
But there's no turning back, you're saying?
Nope. No, you're locked in. You're
I'm
locked
just here
in.
trying to make government more efficient, eliminate waste and fraud, and so far we're making good progress, actually. So our savings at this point exceed $4 billion a day. So it's very significant.
You think you'll wind up getting to $1 trillion?
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Savings.
I mean, unless we're stopped, we will get to $1 trillion of savings.
And that stuff.
So when do we get the money? Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, because I feel like, does anyone believe what Elon's doing? I think that, so I think there's definitely a degree of bullshittery. Like, of course, right? There's going to be a degree of bullshittery, definitely. But I think that the fundamental goal of this is a good goal. I think it's a good goal. No evidence yet? You realize that they have a website full of evidence, right? Like, yeah.
Hey, see, that's the issue, though. People that claim there's no evidence of this audit, you'll be like, there's an entire website with like basically like a line by line like P&L type thing that goes down forever with each individual line and contract. And they're like, well, I don't believe that evidence. I'm like, okay, so you said there's no evidence. Now when you are given evidence, you're like, well, I don't believe it. So now what do you do? What do you do now? Nothing. You just die, I guess. Like, what else is the point there? Yeah, Bonghole, I saw that. What's his name? Jesse White. Pretty wild shit. $100 from Naked Snake tonight. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're almost to 400.
Now, I understand it's not an infographic video, but, you know, I don't know what you want me to say. The website is bad? Well, then that's a different thing.
Can be translated. I mean, we've been talking, we had Russell Vogt, the OMB director, on earlier, through very rescission authority, impoundment authority. But I believe you said it earlier. It's an audit that will not gather dust on shelves. It's actually going to wind up.
This is what they need to do. What they need to do is they need to figure out the people that were involved with these different really big payments that are somehow unexplained, and the payments didn't happen. And then they need to figure out who was in charge of those payments, and then use some of those IRS agents that they hired to audit the people. And like, if let's say you've got somebody and they were making $180,000 a year, and 1 year they report income of $3 million, I think that you should probably look into that. Because I think the real problem is that this won't really go away until you hold individual people accountable.
Yep.
Those I mean, I would like it's so easy to figure this out, by the way. It's actually so fucking easy, because 90% of the people that do it, like there are people that are like really good financial criminals, but a lot of these people are not. And the reason why is because how many of you guys know people that are like this, that, you know, like, let's say they're drug dealers, they sell stolen merchandise, et cetera, right? I've known a lot of people like this my whole life. And these have been like friends of mine, et cetera. And they get caught when they start getting lazy, when they stop looking twice, when they're like, you know what, I'm just going to do this with my normal phone. I'm just going to give you my personal cell instead of this other number. Or I'm just going to drive there with my car and not the other car. Like, they get complacent. They start slipping. And then before you know it, now they're taking a 6-month or a 3-year vacation, right? And so that's what it is. They edge too close to the sun. Well, they just stop trying, right? They get lazy. And so anyway, stop hanging out with shitbags. These are my boys. What do you mean? I grew up with them. What do you mean? Get the fuck out of here. Shut up, pussy. Shut up, pussy. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so here's the thing. And also, oh, by the way, all of the guys that I'm talking about all voted for Trump. They did. All of them did. And so anyway, the point that I'm making is that this whole thing, like, a lot of the people that are doing this are probably not very good at doing it. They're stupid. So it would be really easy to find them, and it'd be really easy to figure out what they're doing wrong. And then all you have to do is pull their records, look at the people that are in like their immediate vicinity, right? Like in their family. And if one of these people in their family receives a massively high amount of money, then pull that file, evaluate the file, look at the 5-year income of that file, see where that income came from, look at the 1099s, and look at the other types of royalty forms that you get, cross-reference that with their income, compare that to what their employment was, and you're going to very easily figure out who's the roach.
100%. 100%. That should be the first thing they're doing right now. Take every politician that's worth $100 million for some reason, okay? Take every politician and just look into their family and find the one person or two people in their family that somehow made $8 million in 2021 out of nowhere, right? That's what you're probably going to find immediately. Speaking of finding immediately, we are $100 away from Naked Snake for the 430th show in a row. We got about 10 minutes left. Get on it, diggity doggone it. Hell yeah. Thank you, Salty. How you doing, buddy? By the way, he says make sure to like stream. I'm about to piss my pants, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
And this is not, by the way, this is not some kind of fucking genius thing. It's common fucking sense. It's so easy. This is not rocket science. Yeah. But these people are not that smart. Exactly. That sounds so easy. It's because it is. It's basic accounting. Yes. You would learn this in accounting 1. Accounting 1, you would learn this.
Up with real savings, bend the spending baseline down.
Yeah. There have been many good audits, like I said, done by inspector generals and by government accountability office, and they just haven't been implemented. Nothing's been done.
Yeah.
I think the GAO identified there were 17 million dead people in the Social Security database several years ago. It's now 20 million, but nobody's done anything about it. I think we can sort of look at this as.
I think also, like, if you've got all those dead people inside of the system, this is like just my opinion, is that it's not necessarily meaning that all these people are receiving payments. However, what do you think the odds are that the people that are running a system that doesn't update their database probably don't give a shit about the database? It's like, if that's not working, then imagine what else isn't working.
God, Asmongold unironically drinking soda. How gross. How gross. Soda's disgusting. Come on, fucking Asmongold. Come on. Come on, Asmongold. Soda? Come on now. Come on. Come on. All right, let me wrap this one up. We're going to end that one. I'm about to piss my pants. Get a beer? Get a beer? Psh. Beer is disgusting. I will never understand the beer thing. I have a lot of beer friends. I get it. I don't get it. Beer tastes like balls. It tastes like piss ass. Just like piss ass. I'll never get it, man. He's addicted to sodas, bro. Jesus. 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 All right, boys. Let's give you a little bit of info as we wrap today. My next race is either at Pensacola in 2 weeks, 5 Flags for ARCA, or it's going to be or it's going to be at Martinsville, Virginia for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. So that's going to be my next race is one of those, or both, or one of them. So I'll know pretty soon what we're doing. So make sure you're very aware of what's going on. Okay. Very, very excited to get it going. We're going to have a lot of fun, dude. We're going to have a lot of fun. So 2 Chronic says 2 weeks. How can we help? 2 weeks. Wait, what did I say? How can we help? How can you help with what? I drink a lot of Coke myself. Coke and Morgan, baby. No, I agree with you. I like Coke and rum and or whiskey. That's cool. Totally cool with that. But I'm talking about like drinking soda. Yeah. Joey Frazier says, he is cool for a scammer. Yes. There's a reason why they call me Scam-a-Lot. Unfortunately, YouTube would not let me change my name to that. I tried to do it a year ago. Because it's my favorite nickname. Kind of Come-a-Lot's actually one of my favorites too. But if you have not been scammed by me just yet, don't forget. Chris McGough just dropped 1,000 crones. Get on it, doggone it, son! Another scammed. Another scam. I got 1,000 crones. Thank you so much, Chris McGough. That, my friend, is Naked Snake. Technically, we're like $10 from it, but it's fine. I love you, Chris McGough. You are the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you so much, dude. I love you. Big shout out, everybody. Chris McGough and his beautiful upper back. He's the man. His beautiful biceps, his triceps, his legs. My guy is the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend. I love you, dude, so much, man. Thank you for always supporting your boy. And honestly, keeping a snake streak alive. There's probably been about a dozen times where you popped that shit when we were about to lose it. So I appreciate you, dude. The streak continues. The streak continues with 2 red boys. Count them, 2 for the beautiful Chris McGough. I love you, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you. Joey Frazier said he dropped a crazy meme coin. Are you talking about? Are you talking about Asmongold now? I might have misread that. I'm sorry. Wait, who are you talking about? I was roasting you, and I think I didn't mean to roast you. I'm sorry. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Chris McGough, we love you, dude. We appreciate you. Get the hell on it, dog on it. I love you, man. I appreciate you. Probably not quite worthless money. Worthless money. Worthless money. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. You seem like my message just appeared. Need to stop sucking, man. Oh, damn. The worst one of all. The worst one of all. Crash a lot. John Schmidt says, why do you keep crashing all your NASCAR races? Probably because I suck ass. That seems to be a pretty obvious conclusion to come to. Now, to be fair, we've had 2 wrecks in 26 races so far. And I got to put this out there. There was 2 drivers last year that had over 20 wrecks in 20 races. So at least we're better than those, kind of, maybe. I don't know. They were pretty damn fast, which is probably why they wrecked more than I did. If I could go a little faster, I might wreck a little more often. You never know. I don't know yet. We got to go a little faster. Check out your video platform. What are you talking about, Renee? Anyways, they could crash a lot. Damn, you got me. Got my ass. Got my ass again. You got me again, damn you. How could you? Oh yeah, tailspin. Oh yeah, tailspin. How do points work? What are you talking? No, we're not doing that, Helena. Not today. Chris McGough, single-handedly with his upper back, with an orange boy, 200 crones, my boy. Got him. Yeah, do that. We'll get Sparta John to do a stream talking about that bullshit. I ain't trying to drop down to 1 viewer, bro. Know what I'm saying? Thank you, man. Appreciate you. But you did take out half the field. Yes. So technically, yes. Thank you, Chris McGough. It was a bad day. It was a bad day for everybody, including me. Thank you, Chris McGough. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, bad. My boy coming in strong. We have hit Naked Snake. By the way, Chris McGough is the GOAT. That's 2,200 Norwegian krones a day. But Joe Schmo on Rumble dropped 50. 50! With a purple boy, Joe Schmo. Thank you, man. Thank you, my man. Joe Schmo with a $50 Rumble rant. I love you. I appreciate you. You're the man. We even got the purple boys on Rumble going hard. Also, Renee Galarza, I'm pretty sure it's Renee Galarza. What a $2 Rumble rant. Thank you, baby. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. All right. Hold on. We got to do Naked Snake, don't we, boys? And I got to make me some ramen. Somebody in chat said I was fat. So we got to get fatter because I need some ramen in my life. We're getting fatter, boys. Where we're going, we don't need to be thin. We're getting fat. Let's do. What is this? What is this? What is this garbage? What is this garbage? Garbage. Let's do. Fuck, this is hard. We'll do Mercury Manor. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready for Naked Snake? Thank you guys again for all your love and support. You guys are goated as hell. I appreciate you guys. This is Naked Snake 430 in a row. It's time for Naked Snake. And then we're going to raid Mercury Manor / also known as Rosa Kotel, also known as Jenny McRae. There's a lot of names. I'm not dead naming her, I promise. All right, here we go. Time for Naked Snake, boys. Lovely Sherry. What's up, baby? Here we go. One more again, 430 in a row. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Ironside is here. Oh, my God, he's my boy. We love you, buddy. We appreciate you, buddy. And we're going hard. We're going hard. Thank you guys so much. We killed it. Again. Jace. Damn, it's midnight, bro. April. What's up, buddy? You guys ready for this?
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill.
Donna.
I'm searching and I'm melting to you.
time to reveal the chunky monkeys. You ready? Donna, Helena.
But you're so super.
Here we go, boys. Snake eater in my time. There been nobody else crying. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Here we go, boys.
Someday you'll go red. Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive.
Oh my God. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there been nobody else crying. It's the way I fly to you. Here we go. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. 430 streams in a row. That's almost 5 years, boys. Let's go. Amazing. Thank you guys so much for all your love. So all your love and your support for the white boy. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you guys. You guys are goated. Big shout out, guys, to Crystal McGough, dude. For reals. Keeping the streak alive today. And the Blue Boy Snot for the strip teeth, Donna and Helena. Thank you guys. I love you. And thank you, Helena, for hanging out with me all weekend. Appreciate that. Always fun. Chris McGough, I love you. Chris McGough, I love you. And Chris McGough, I love you, dude. Rakin, we love you. We all love you, man. Slosher, you guys know who you is. My boy Billy Hatcher. I appreciate you guys so much for all your love and support. You guys are goated. We'll be live Wednesday. Don't miss it. And then, of course, Saturday. And then next week, if I'm racing in Pensacola, I'll let you know. But we'll be racing at Martinsville, Virginia, my first NASCAR race, NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Don't miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I appreciate you guys. Get the hell on it. Diggity dog gun. I'll see you guys. What's up? Get on it. Let's make sure she's still alive, though. Because sometimes I raid people, they're not alive. Let's see if she even acknowledges my raid. I doubt it. Oh, I doubt it. Where is she? I guess if she's even still alive. Yep, she's still alive. Let's see if she even acknowledges my raid here. Give her some love. Say Cam raid in the chat, please. It is required to raid. Don't be a beach. Don't be a beach. Be a good. Be good. Jenny. Love you, Jenny. Appreciate you, baby. Good. Thanks for the wonderful show. Thank you, Unlikes Law Studio. Scream Queen. Love you. Appreciate you, Helena. Oh, boy. John Schmidt. Peter Farrell. Artist Sphinx. Alan Jones. Thank you guys so much. Amber Caldwell. That's a logic. All right, boys. I'll see you guys over there. Give it some love. Make sure you like the stream on the way out. Cam raid in the chat right now.